what I wanted her to do. Exactly what I wanted her to do. She slid over, and wow, that's exactly what you're supposed to do in that position. And she's planted her feet, and she wasn't moving. Help. Good backdoor cut there by number 5. That would be Sedler, their leading scorer. Into Zillig. 2-3 zone here. 3 for Schroeder off the front. Just a little bit short. And there might be a little bit of the fatigue there where it was on target, but it was just short, And nice steal by Lerma, and then over to Seaman, back to Lerma for the easy 2. The press is really pestering them. Oh, almost got it there by Seaman. And then we got a travel on Clinton. That'd be side in, the inbounds on the side there for the Muskies. Lerma to Schroeder, bringing it up the court. Sets up a play here. Watson. I was told that into Seaman, great play there. Good pass, good cut, a lot of good things. And Watson gets the steal quick over to Seaman to Lerma, who not there, takes it back out. Schroeder drives and goes to lay it up and got a loose ball foul, or a no foul there, loose ball. So we've had a lot of looks here early. I like where we're at, and that's off the River Queens, Muskie's ball. So we're doing a lot of good things on defense. Our shots just aren't falling right now, and that'll come. They'll start falling for us here. Schroeder up ahead to Watson. Seaman looking there for a flash, but Watson missed her. Lerma to Schroeder inside to Zillig. Got to use a glass in there, honey. Missing the shot. Short again. Defense is just doing really good. And she just about walked. That was, I would say that's kind of a Euro, but
how is something kind of a Euro?
Well, it looked like it was a Euro step, but nice 3 by Lerma there. Good way to answer that little bucket on the other end. It would look like she took 3 steps, but another steal and point by Lerma. So Muskie's with an early 11-4 lead, so the River Queens take a timeout.
So, Toby, as we look at this game, what do you think the Muskies have to do to make this all actually work?
The defense is what makes it click, really. And that leads into the fast break, easy points. And their press is doing a lot of, their press makes the game easier, to score from, I should say. As long as they keep playing defense like they're playing now and moving the ball around when they do get the opportunity to move the ball around, I think we're going to be okay tonight. But, you don't want to jinx them, but it'll be interesting to see how the night progresses. Like I said, my biggest concern is the legs that the girls have under. Another great steal by Lerma. And easy bucket on it. Schroeder. And see, I think this is what really Watson steps in front. Oh, just misses. And Schroeder picks up her first foul, reaching in there. Getting a lot of really good looks, though. I mean, defense is making them work hard, and I like what I see so far, definitely. No real key matchups tonight. Nothing exciting. I shouldn't say exciting. Nothing that is
out of the ordinary.
Ranked matchup tonight. A lot of teams at the top of the conference against Schroeder. The bottom of the conference, so to speak. Zillig to Schroeder there, and just can't get the roll. But we didn't get the ball. They got the ball. So we're looking at 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. Muskie's out to a 13-4 lead. And a lot of those points are coming off, like right here, turnovers. And Watson underneath for 2. So, they definitely have not seen a lot of presses before. You can tell. There they got it. They broke it. Coming from behind, Watson.
And that's, we've talked about that several times with Taryn and her ability to just that quickness. And she stays really low. She's small.
Right.
Coming from behind, nobody ever sees her.
No, and they got a girl out there with a full-on leg brace on. Goes off Lerma's foot. That's impressive that she's playing with that. I mean,
yeah,
that's a full leg brace. And off her foot, it'd be Muskie ball. And our defense is just definitely wrecking havoc with these girls, and that'll lead to more transition points, and so we're looking good so far. Lerma. Oh, that one got away from her. A little bit too much mustard on that one.
I'm not sure what to even do with that, if I'm being honest.
Oh, shoot. Oh, Lerma going for the steal there. Defense gets back, helps out. Underneath, and she does get it to fall. I thought she was too far underneath the basket, but she did get it to fall. So Schroeder up the court, kicks it out to Watson. Over to Zillig, who gets it tipped and gets it back and lays her in for 2. That's just great second effort there by Zillig.
Does that surprise you? I hope
No.
it does not.
No, it does not.
That's the way one earns herself into player of the game conversations.
Right. And we do have Shaw and Reno coming in. Reno coming in for Schroeder, and Shaw coming in for Zillig. Said her ankle is still not 100% from what I was told. It's getting better every day, but still not 100%. So she probably should have stayed off of it on Tuesday, but that's hard to tell a kid. I've been in that situation.
Yeah, you're not.
You're just not going to.
It's not going to happen.
So I understand why she played.
That would also probably explain why Clinton has somebody out there with a full leg brace on.
Right, exactly. That's just they want to play the game. They want to be part of it, and I get that totally. And here we are with our full press. So we're looking at Seaman, Watson, Reno, Lerma still in, and, of course, Shaw. Looks like we're in a full man-on-man now. A little pull-up jumper, rebound on the backside, blocked, and rebound by Shaw.
Here's the thing. I've got to give Shaw some credit. She has an on-point shoe game.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, they all completely blending together. But
right.
Tuesday night, she was in some bright green, what looked like Grinches.
Right.
I'm not quite sure what these are. So I don't know if this is maybe like
Reno for 3.
Is that going to be her signature? Do we get new shoes from Shaw every game?
That'd
be kind of
go.
Cool. Be kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're right. She did have those green ones on last game. Reno had a really good look there and just rimmed out. A good block by Shaw. And we got a jump ball situation that should go to the River Queens. Down to 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Muskie's up 17-6. Thought about a 3 there. Drives in on Reno. Gets it off the front of the rim. Rebound. Seaman goes up and tears it down. Lerma up ahead. Drives baseline. Nothing there. Pack out to Shaw for 3. Not quite there. Out of bounds off the River Queens. So Lerma will inbounds. Drive. So there you got it. That's what you got to do to a zone is just, ooh. Lerma takes it. Shaw on the floor. Reno for three. There you go. Finally. Poor kid. Got to get back. Got to get back. Oh, foul on Shaw going for the block. Caught her hand. I mean, it was not much of a hand, but caught it. So something you got to keep in mind for later on that if they're if they're in the act of shooting, you got to be all ball here tonight. Front short for the free throw. 20-6 lead here for the Muskies with 1:35 left in the first quarter. The second one is good for the River Queens. Over to Lerma. Back to Reno. Over to Seaman, who thought about a three. Admiral pulls it back out. Over to Reno. Shaw looks underneath to Seaman. Kicks it over to Little Stitch. I was told I could call her that, Little Stitch. That's one thing I was told to call her was Stitch.
Who?
Little Watson. Because she's like a Stitch, like Stitch.
I don't know.
That's what I was told.
Because here's the thing. I got a story to tell.
Okay, you got a story to tell.
I always have a story to tell. So here's the thing. I was out at Freezing for Food today.
Oh, boy.
And a gentleman whose daughter plays on the team was out there to handle the donation for one of the companies, and we'll get into that a little bit later.
Right.
But he had on his phone, I kid you not, the very clip of the first time we gave his daughter a nickname in volleyball.
Way.
Dead serious.
No
and
way.
Was showing it to his coworkers and friends out there
oh my goodness.
when we dubbed his daughter's nickname.
Oh, my goodness. That is great.
You have no idea how much that made my
Oh,
year.
my goodness. That is awesome.
And then it gets better.
Oh, it gets better.
It gets better. So, I mean, that's cool enough. You
Right.
know, like, that's, I'll be honest, like, the fact that you guys enjoy us rambling sometimes just blows my mind, I'll be honest. But then he proceeds to send me, and this is actually going to possibly, if this sticks and everybody likes it, we might keep doing this. He shows me a picture that I'm going to bring up here at the end of the quarter.
Okay.
And and I think we're going to do possibly, again, if you guys like this, we'll do some fan spotlights.
Ooh.
Where we have you guys send us pictures of you at home or wherever you are.
Right.
Hopefully not driving.
Yeah, no kidding.
Watching the girls. Or the boys,
the
whoever.
boys. Right.
But watching the Muskies from wherever you are. Because after last night's broadcast, some members of the Frankie family stopped up and said they literally have people in South Dakota all over. I can't remember the list of where all they said people watch. And again, just I'll be honest, absolutely made my night last night.
That's phenomenal. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Schroeder trying to work here for the last.
The kicker was Melissa's cousin was here because Drager, it's a big wrestling family.
Woo, big three.
And as they walk out, they're like, "Hey," Tisha's like, "Hey, nice broadcast." I'm like, "You were here?" She's like, "No, we were watching and listening up in the stands during." Oh,
ooh, Zillig looked like she's get up, kid. Yep, good. They're both up. They're both okay, so that's good. But Zillig will pick up a quick foul there. Are they in the bonus already?
Well, they will be for 1.9 seconds. Wow. Because remember, this year for basketball, it's 5 fouls per quarter to get to the bonus.
Right.
Not the classic,
what is it,
7, 8, 9
right.
are 1-on-1. 10 is 2.
Right.
Nope, it's all just 2 after the 5th foul in a quarter.
I just looked up there, and so we have 5 and they have 3. Is that what I'm seeing? Zillig from half court.
They have 0.
They have 0
That's
fouls.
timeouts left. They have 0 fouls.
Wow.
We have 5.
Wow.
Okay, so 23-12 at the end of the first. I'm going to bring up this young lady's name is Madison.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember right, this was Eric Zillig was the one sharing all this information with me. So Annie's dad.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was the picture he showed us, folks. Let me figure out which layer I want to put this in real quick. Here we go. So this is Madison.
Oh my
and
goodness.
a picture of her. I'm thinking it's cousin, if I remember what Eric said correctly.
Right.
Annie on the screen after she got player of the game when we put up the announcement.
Right.
She had her picture taken with her TV of Annie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they sent
That's
it to Eric.
awesome.
And this was one of the things he was showing me out at Freezing for Food. I'm like, dude, you got to send me that.
That makes you just feel really good.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
like seriously, this is what it's all about, folks.
Right,
This is why we do it.
exactly.
You know, everybody, well, not everybody, but once in a while people will give me a hard time like, why do you try it? Why do you do? I'm like, this is why.
This is why.
Because hopefully maybe Madison wants to, maybe she gets inspired by her.
Yes.
By Annie and wants to become a ball player or whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's, you know, the kids here in town and, you know, they all know who these players are. They know. And that's what gets them excited. That's what's going to strengthen our athletic programs. And
the way
again,
around.
it's not, and folks, of course, this is all not just about like winning and losing. It's not that.
Right.
Strong athletic programs build strong kids.
Right.
And build strong future citizens.
Ooh, big 3 there.
The Admiral from.
The Admiral.
I don't know. So, I, you know, we had talked about possibly.
Oh, doing Watson, because we said Waddy, or I said
Tesla, yeah.
Yeah. That's
Shaw
right.
with the block. Do not do that here. Seaman off the other way.
And she does pick up a foul.
Great job picking up the foul.
Yep.
So I do think we're going to have to slide Zillig back into Mufasa.
Okay. All right. We can do that. When it was like Tuesday, I think it was, when I was talking to the Seaman family, and I said the first time I did it was like, okay, say Zillig like you say Mufasa. It's like, woo, you know.
And he remembered that. That is literally what he had on his phone. And he's like, it's like a line from the movie. Guys, we are just a little bit meta out here.
We're goofy, but you know what? We're having fun with it. And
our vision has always been that this is just fun.
Right.
And it's, you know, hopefully, if nothing else, this is supposed to feel like we're sitting on the couch next to you.
Right.
And we're all just a bunch of folks sitting around talking about some basketball. Having some fun. So.
Yep. And that's what we're doing here. You know, it's just having fun. And hopefully it builds the programs because, you know, the girls can go back and watch the tapes.
And they do. They do.
And giggle maybe while watching and learn something, you know. And
again, you know, I had another parent, one of the girls' wrestlers' mom caught me today out at Freezing for Food as well, which, again, we'll have an announcement about that at halftime. And was like, oh, I just loved how your other announcer, because she can never remember your name.
Right.
But she's my neighbor, so don't feel bad.
That's fine.
And she was like, you know, right as it's all going on, he's saying like, oh, roll your hips, I don't even know what he says, as we all know, I don't know wrestling.
Right.
But she's like, I hope she, you know, when she watches this, it like clicks with her, like, because somebody's literally telling her right as at her point on the video what to do. Yeah, or at least ideas, you know, and things. So, and
that's what.
Oh, ball. Oh, what do we have? We have a travel. Please,
yeah.
That was kind of sneaky for us to let go of the ball and let her roll a little bit.
Yep, that was good stuff. Yeah, you know, and like I said, I mean, I don't claim to be an expert at anything. I do know a little bit about wrestling.
Zillig, oh my goodness, that was a beautiful shot.
Big 3.
31-14 Muskies.
You know, but you know what knowledge I've accumulated over the years with my son and my cousins and wrestling and you know, obviously softball is probably the thing that I know the most about. That's because I spent over $40,000 with my, you know, or whatever it was, traveling around the world with my daughter. But, you know, you learn things as you do it, and I'm learning about basketball again. I played it when I was in high school. I went through a stage where I hated it with a passion, mainly because of players like LeBron James, but it's I really don't like LeBron. I'm sorry. That's a whole nother story. But it's I went through a stage where I just hated the game. I just absolutely hated it. It didn't seem like the game. But it's just kind of like football. It evolved.
Yes.
Football has evolved. And I've gotten older now and wiser, so to speak. And I said so to speak.
I'll agree with half of that.
And so I know that it's just different. It doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just that it's different.
Well, and again, we've talked about, like, the perfect example is the Euro step.
Right.
When we were young, you absolutely could not do a Euro step. That was traveling. The gather, gathering as that step hits, it just didn't count. It was like physics didn't matter.
Right. And, and I remember
Zillig again
down underneath, and I go back to, like, it was hard for my mom to watch.
Whoa, baseball pass.
To girls basketball because she was 3-on-3.
Oh,
you got it. So you
go like 6-on-6.
6-on-6.
Yeah. So you had set offense, set defense.
Set offense, set defense, and she, had a hard time adjusting to it. But it just shows you that the game is continuously evolving. Basketball, all of them, volleyball, all football. They all have evolved. Wrestling has changed tremendously from just 10 years ago, and it's just. The game's evolving, and it doesn't necessarily mean, like I said, it's bad.
Seaman. Wow.
Seaman. Man, we're hitting our threes tonight. Reno's got one.
We've almost, we're halfway through the second quarter, and we've almost got three different players in double digits.
Yes, and that's what we need. We need to have 3 or 4 girls that are in that double-digit range. Lerma's got 9. She's having a good game tonight again. Outside,
Zillig's
long
at 9.
3. Yeah, Zillig's
Siemens at 10.
Siemens at 10.
Oh,
yeah!
Great job by Lerma.
Finally.
Lerma did a great job with positioning.
And she picked up that charge, and that was – that's the type of stuff I love seeing, is taking a charge. Because you're going on the ground, and you're going on the ground hard. And it just feels so good when you get that call. Zillig, long 3. Woo! Mufasa! Zillig, yeah. Woo! That was a beautiful – I don't even think the net moved on that.
She's had a couple like that.
Out of bounds, stepped out of bounds. Schroeder doing a great job on defense there, getting her. It was like she shot that from the X on the floor there. That's covering up the volleyball. I think that's what that is. Seaman for 3 off, just a little bit. And we go to a complete trap.
Now, see, that couldn't have been right. Seaman off, that does not sound right.
Well, but it was just a little bit off. I mean, not terrible, just a little bit.
Obviously, the backboard and the rim had the problem.
Right, not Seaman.
Not Bradley.
No, gosh, no. Okay. So they got a little 2-on-1. Watson tried to sneak in from behind there, and it caused enough of a slowdown that the girls could get back to where we had even numbers. Good hustle there by the River Queens to keep that ball alive. Ooh, she almost walked there. Shot clock down to 4. And shot clock violation, but Zillig bringing it back down. Thought about taking a shot. Seaman goes up, gets it stripped away. Possible 3 off the side of the back of the rim. Good rebound there by the River Queens. Zillig getting her rebound. Again. Up ahead to Seaman. Cross court to Zillig, down to Watson. Little J. Perfect for the diaper dandy. press again here. Oh, no foul, but she didn't travel.
Nice little poke out by Briley right into Zillick's hands.
And boom.
And the assist to Zillick back to Briley.
Yep. Really good stuff. I mean, right now, 45-14 lead with 2 minutes and 45 seconds. We're going to have some subs come in. Stahl and Reno are getting ready to come in. I really like how the girls are playing, pressing the ball, making
it nice, clean, and crisp.
And, their threes are falling for them right now. So a lot of good things going on. River Queens here. I'm just looking at their lineup, River Queens. See how many upperclassmen they have. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow, they got a lot of upperclassmen. So I was thinking maybe, they had a lot of younger kids, but they obviously haven't seen a lot of presses. I mean, they just haven't.
Well, there's not a lot of teams that really can consistently press.
Right.
And there's a lot of teams that can press when they need to.
Right.
There's not a lot of teams that make it who they are.
Exactly.
And, I've actually talked to a couple of folks in the community as, things sort of go on.
Mm-hmm.
And they've all noticed that change that we've talked about.
Right.
And they love what they're seeing out of Courtney Jones.
Yes. And coming from my hometown, she coached for a year. I knew she was going to be good. And I totally respect her for going to Muscatine. I totally understand that.
Now, one thing, let's all be fair. I probably could have coached that West Liberty team and they would have been good. No offense to Coach Jones. None at all. But that is actually a really cool story because she gets the job there as the head coach, and then her sister, who now plays for Iowa State, transfers.
Right.
Watson with the breakaway.
Right. And
one. She'll be at the line.
Beautiful. Good hustle all the way down.
So, to finish that, her sister transfers in, and how far did they go?
We were 1 game short of going to state.
Okay.
We were 1 game short. And it was one of those deals where just ran into a buzzsaw, and the team that beat them ended up getting second. So, it was just.
You hate when you run into them at the beginning of the tournament.
Right.
Watson converts.
For the 3-point play.
Muskie's lead 48-14.
And to be honest, it's a 5A school. There's going to be a little bit more to, choose from,
right.
More girls, so it'll be good for her, and she'll do a lot of good things for the program as a whole. And like you said, we have, here at Muscatine, we have, a lot of experience and youth, and it's,
right, and, we can kind of run down through this real quick for those of you that haven't had a chance to watch the girls before. So, on the court right now, you have a freshman, a couple of seniors, a junior.
Two juniors,
Two
right?
juniors,
yeah. 2 juniors.
And you've got a couple of sophomores
Yep.
On the bench that are, they see some playing time in JV, plus they come up here.
And they only did 2 quarters tonight for JV, right? Is that correct?
I
thought that's.
that's always paid attention.
Yeah, I think they only played 2 quarters. So Avery Schroeder gets a nice, easy bucket there. Working hard as normal. And, Avery is one of those girls that she's going to be good at whatever. She's just good at whatever she does.
Softball, volleyball,
yep,
basketball, you name it, the girl can do it.
Yep. And, I asked her the other day what her plans were, for after high school, and she says she really doesn't know yet. She's still entertaining some possible, options, I should say. But
athletic options?
Yes, athletic options. But I honestly think what will end up happening is she'll be in Ames, and that's and that's maybe not doing any athletics. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. But
What I want to see her do is I want to see her go to auctioneering school so she can
Yes.
carry on
the business.
what Jamie does.
Yep, what the business.
Because speaking of Jamie Schroeder, get ready for the cake auction.
Ooh, that's right.
Jenny Wade, after walking in front of our cameras, decided to sit down and talk with us for a little bit.
That's right.
And that will be, it's the early February.
Yes.
I don't remember. They just announced, they announced it last week.
Nice look inside to Schroeder there. But, yeah, that'll be exciting. It's always a good night for the Muskies, you know. We're down to 32 seconds left before halftime with a 52-15 lead. And so we got.
And once our camera operator puts down his cheeseburger and pays attention to the game, we'll be set.
Oh, bro, there we go. Right
and
into
yes,
Shaw.
that's allowed because it's my son, folks.
Yeah. Shaw down court. She thought about a three. She looked at it, and Schroeder driving in. Ooh, just a little bit hard
Shaw,
off the glass.
Great rebound.
And outlet pass to Lirma.
A little short.
A little bit short.
Looks like she didn't get all of her legs in that one.
Yeah.
It was like a quick little hop.
That would be off
And
the Muskies.
one thing, it's 13 seconds left in the, I don't know why the OCR scoreboard's being a little crazy there, folks. I apologize. One thing you'll notice, the student section there is in black. They're wearing shirts in memory of, I'll come right back to that.
Oh, wow.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Nice shot.
The Muskies end the half at 52. Shouldn't it be 7?
There we go. Yep,
there we go,
50.
17.
Yep.
So, 52-17 at the half. And just real quick, and you can see the players are wearing them as well. They are shirts in memory of Cameron Summit, who passed away a couple Christmases ago.
Right.
Was an athlete, multiple sports, and also a member of our extended family.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say this on behalf of the family. I don't know if Andy and Heidi are watching tonight or anybody else in the family, but I'm going to go out on a limb and speak for them and the family. And it's really heartwarming to see the students still remember and think of Cameron. And I know it does warm all our hearts. So
that's cool.
Thank you to the student section. Thank you to the players. Thank you to everyone who carries on Cameron's memory. With that, we'll take a quick break.
As a seasoned 30-year MPW employee, I can tell you we do the right things the right way. Our Powering the Future plan is just the latest example. It allows us to transition away from coal-fired generation and increase sustainable energy sources while maintaining the reliability you've come to expect. It's a historic transition that positions our community for progress. I believe in MPW's plan and am enthusiastic to be a part of it. I am Doug White, and I am MPW.
When water service lines get damaged, customers often call us first. Remember, MPW is responsible for the water main. The water service line from the main to your home belongs to you. Damage is usually unexpected, and repairs can cost thousands. So don't wait until a problem occurs. Be prepared. Check your homeowner's policy and see if it's covered. If not, third-party protection plans are available for water and sewer. MPW also offers the utility loan program with 0% interest, and that may help. Learn more at mpw.org.
From a clogged toilet to a complete sewer line replacement, RIVO is a modern plumbing company designed to respond quickly to all shapes and sizes of plumbing needs. Bringing in our heavy equipment to replace cracked gas lines or designing clever piping systems for new construction plumbing, a family-owned company that's reliably honest and remarkably affordable. Right here in Muscatine, all day long, every day of the week. RIVO Incorporated, skill, knowledge, and tools to solve the messiest problems.
RIVO, the plumbing experts for Muscatine and surrounding areas, has moved. Our new location at 1109 Grandview Avenue offers spacious parking and a large open showroom. Employing experienced plumbers and carpenters, we specialize in remodeling entire bathrooms and kitchens. Imagine the possibilities. Stylish new faucets, sinks, shower units, bathtubs, and more, along with tankless water heaters and gas fireplaces. We also provide complete residential and commercial plumbing services. RIVO Incorporated. Call us for your next remodel.
Is 5G home internet better than my 1 gig fiber?
First of all, 5G is not 5 gig. It means 5th generation wireless. It's better than 4G, but sorry, it's not better than fiber connection. 5G is a radio signal. Buildings, trees, and even walls can block those signals, causing bad or dropped connections. MPW fiber is virtually unlimited. 5G is fine for your cell phone, but for speed, bandwidth capacity, and reliability, fiber can't be beat. The home phone is making a comeback.
Really? Why would I need a home phone?
For starters, no dropped calls or bad reception. In an emergency, you know where the phone is, and 911 knows your location. Plus, the phone's handy for family, even if your cell phone's out of the house. MPW's fiber phone offers crystal clear connections, free local calls, low long distance, and your favorite features. Save money with MPW phone and get your first month free. Learn more at mpw.org or call 263-2631.
In the future, more and more of the energy we use will come from renewables. However, the transition to being carbon-free is a long journey, taking years of research and trillions of dollars nationwide. Our Powering the Future plan is a balanced approach. It increases sustainability while maintaining reliability and affordable rates for Muscatine. And it allows the flexibility to adopt new innovations as they become viable. The future is coming, and we're embracing change to do what's best for our community. Learn more at mpw.org.
Almost like it knows when you can least afford.
Another clogged drain?
Lucky for you, RIVO is always standing by. With multiple master plumbers on staff, RIVO not only handles your home-related issues, RIVO will also diagnose and design large-scale commercial piping systems. Family-owned, reliably honest, remarkably affordable. Complete kitchen and bath home improvement technicians. Because RIVO won't rest until your plumbing problems are gone.
Did we mention quality matters?
Welcome to our Cut Quality Center. Let's take a closer look.
Our mowers provide superior
laser precision cut quality
for a perfectly manicured lawn.
Let's break this down in science terms. This grass is cut good. This grass is cut not as good.
Hustler Turf. Mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself. A bottle of drinking water can cost you $1.75 or more. For that same price, you can get over 1,000 gallons of clean, great-tasting MPW drinking water right from your tap. In fact, most bottled waters are just filtered tap water. But they can have a huge environmental impact. In most blind taste tests, people prefer tap or found no difference. But filling your own bottles saves tons of money and eliminates tons of trash. Think before you buy bottled.
If you don't want shocks, stay away from this box.
Did you just talk?
Just trying to say you need to stay away.
Okay, but why?
We could shock you.
Thanks for the tip.
We could shock you. Pad transformers like these are nothing to play around with. Stay clear, don't go near. A safety tip from MPW.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially when it comes to the driving experience.
Let's take a closer look.
Our legendary smooth track steering provides buttery smooth turns, making maneuvering around obstacles a breeze. Unlike the jerky feel of other options, our smooth track steering is so effortless, anyone could make short work of the lawn. Hustler Turf, mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
At Hustler Turf, quality matters, especially in the strength and durability of our mowers. So you know your Hustler will stand the test of time. We think the difference is obvious. With our welded fabricated steel deck, high-strength 11-gauge one-piece frame, and the precision control of our smooth track steering, anyone can mow like a pro.
Stop in to Muscatine Lawn and Power at 2020 Stewart Road to see Hustler quality for yourself.
You know RIVO as expert plumbers, but did you know RIVO can also be your one source for complete bathroom and kitchen remodels? With professional craftsmen doing the job for more than 30 years, experienced in tile, carpentry, and of course plumbing, RIVO can transform a dreary basement into an elegant bathroom and upgrade a worn-out kitchen using inspirational design and quality brands. Before you stand in line at a big box store, call RIVO Incorporated and see how a hometown professional can refresh and improve your home.
Are you planting a tree, building a deck or fence, landscaping? The first step in planning any digging project is to call 811 to have buried utility lines located. Even a minor excavation project like landscaping or fencing can damage underground utility lines, causing a service outage or worse, serious injury or even death. Before any groundwork is started, always call 811 for the State One Call Center. Prevent dangerous and costly mistakes. Call 811 before you dig. It's free and it's the law.
I like helping people. In facilities maintenance, I work behind the scenes, so everything works for everyone else. My role is constantly evolving, so I stay on my toes and keep learning. I'm lucky to have worked at the power plant too, and had an opportunity to become a certified crane operator. It takes people with different skills to deliver reliable utility services to our hometown. But coming to work is easy when you know you make a difference. I'm Matt Four, and I am MPW.
Folks, we've literally just come back from a commercial. I was about to say we have one of my favorite guests all time that we've ever had on a broadcast here with me. Idol, biology teacher, coach, announcer, you name it, in Muscatine, this guy's done it. And literally, before we've even announced that we've come back, I can't see. Really? You and Chuck Van Heck, you don't change, either one of you, do you?
No.
Okay.
It's not a good thing to change.
True. I'll give you that. So, I'm curious, if anybody out there listening, I want you to write down right now who you think this is. Because with basketball, or with coach, biology teacher, announcer, people should be able to get that.
They should.
It is, hopefully you wrote it down. I've got Ron Kaiser, literally Muskie Hall of Famer. I can't even, there aren't adjectives to describe you, I don't think.
I think there's a couple of adjectives around that I've heard before that aren't too good.
Well, I was going to say, but are they ones that I can use on the air?
No.
Yeah. So, Ron, one of the things that I loved when I was in school was, so this is going way back, we won't count how long, but you were the court announcer. And when like Josh Miller, Brandon Welsh, Adam Means, all those guys were here. And you were the first one I ever heard start calling things from like Bonnie Drive. How did you say it? Do you remember?
Well, I would say Josh Miller from 5th Street.
And it was just random streets. Most of the time it was the right side of the court. So, if he's shooting towards the school as opposed to the parking lot, he would say from Bonnie Drive or Mulberry.
Yeah, right.
He did not always get it right, though. I remember that.
Oh, I would use a lot of different things, too. I would, for Josh Miller, I got kind of a little bit of trouble because I was saying, it's Josh Miller time. And I did that for a couple of years. And one game, Charlie, our AD, he was standing over to my right down there, and he was looking at me. And I said, it's Josh Miller time for the Muskies. And he looked at me and I knew what he was going to say.
Yes, when Charlie, now I have literally in my life never heard him called Charlie. You have made my night because now every time I see him, he is Charlie from here on out. There is that look he gives, and there is no question. You know exactly what's coming.
Yep, he started looking at me, and I knew exactly at halftime, he was going to come over and tell me, don't say Miller time. And he did. He came over, and I said, Charlie, what are you going to say? And he said, well, I think you know what I'm going to say. I said, yeah, I won't be able to say Miller time any longer.
And, you know, that's the one thing that he does, and I know you did it to me, too. That generation of educators that you did this whole thing where, like, you know what you did. I don't have to tell you. And then, like, we would tell you things that you didn't even know we did because we were dumb and we didn't realize what you were doing. I mean, like, I really remember that.
We had there was a place that you could get soft ice cream out at the where the
Grandpa's?
Yeah.
And where Tease is now.
Yeah, and I had it's going to be whip the dogs time. And so the guy, I forget who was running that.
Was that the Schneider family back then?
I think it could have been. I'm not sure. And they had that big sign up, Muskies, whip the dogs. And that same weekend on a Friday, I went into the office and I said, I've got a thing that I want to say to the kids at noon. So I got in there and I got the microphone and I said,
hold on, they let you near a microphone over the building during the school day?
Yeah.
Who?
So I
would have never allowed that.
I picked that up and I said, the Muskies will whip the dogs. And I had a whole bunch of other things to say, and I could hear the kids in the
rooms.
In the rooms, they were laughing and they had a good time. But now it's kind of changed. It's kind of bland out here.
We've talked about that before, and I'll tell you this, folks. So I had Mr. Kaiser for 10th grade biology, right? And, Mr. Kaiser was the first teacher I ever had who could, and I say this as a huge compliment, you could respectfully make fun of somebody and get them to do what you knew they could do, right?
Yeah.
Like, there were times, like I remember, there was a group of us, like, you called us knuckleheads all the time, but you said it with a smile on your face, and we knew you were serious. We knew you were kidding. We knew you would probably have never admitted it then, but you liked us, right? But it was just kind of this way that it worked, and that could never happen now. And I think the kids miss out because, I think back on those, and 10th grade, but I will never forget. This is a legendary test at MHS. It was your 10th grade biology test. It was the muscles and bones, and you used the same paper for I don't know how long, probably 20 years or more, and kids still couldn't figure it out. But you've been a legend and a treasure here for I don't know how long. And I have one last story I have to tell, and you know what this is going to be, don't you?
Racquetball.
It is. It is absolutely going to be racquetball. Because so for those of you that may not have kind of known or whatever, Ron coached tennis for, about 150 years?
It was 40 years on tennis.
40 years on tennis. And so he's skilled with a racket, okay? And so there's a group of us I've mentioned a couple times that play racquetball in the mornings, and he played with us for a while. And I got to live out every 10th grade biology student's dream. we were playing, and I don't even remember exactly what happened, but I went to pull my racket back to get ready, and I thought you had kind of slid around, and I didn't even really know you were there. But I caught you with my racket right square on the bridge of your nose with your glasses. Put a nice little cut. I mean, you were okay. I mean, we made sure you were okay. But part of me, I will admit, was just yes! Everybody wanted to whack you in the face, and I was the one that got to do it.
I've never forgotten that either.
You don't generally forget rackets to the face.
Well, I had such a good time. I started teaching in
Zillig for
1960.
3. Where was that from? So that was like down here. Where should I call that from? Cedar Street?
Well, you can use any street you want to.
Okay, folks, you heard that. I have permission from Ron. I can say whatever I want.
You betcha. But I taught out at West for about 8 years, and then I transferred over to the high school.
Zillig with a breakaway.
And I had fun with the kids out at West, but I wasn't too, I didn't like the 7th and 8th graders.
I don't think they would have been sophisticated enough for your sense of humor.
No.
Let's say that.
But I got up here and I found my place, and when I taught, I wanted kids to have a good time.
And we did.
And learn. And I was kind of strict. I was talking to Peterson just a few minutes ago, and he said I was pretty strong.
Peterson.
But he said, I liked what you did.
Yep. And that's, I'll completely, I'm not quite sure what that was. It looked like she was going to give Annie running the break. Yeah, no, and you're absolutely right. That is, you were strict and we didn't. I mean, we messed around, but we didn't mess around. I will also never forget the time that we were using Bunsen burners. We may have been the typical high school boys who liked fire, and I don't even remember what you said. I just know from the tone of voice, I thought we were dead. And we never did it again. And to this day, I won't touch a Bunsen burner without fear of God of your voice coming in the back of my head. But so what are you up to these days? You enjoying all the lights out at the park?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I get up, well, let's see. Before I go to bed, I get all of the cars going by the front of my house, and I can watch all of the illumination over there.
Yep.
And it's neat.
It is,
I really enjoy that.
Megan Francis put together an amazing thing. If you don't know what it is, real quick, end of the third quarter, Muskies are up 65-21. It's Illuminate. It's a professional light show that fills Weed Park from the entrance to all the way down past the lagoon.
Right.
And it's they asked for like a $10 donation to Crossroads to go through per car, and it's amazing.
They gave all of the people who live along that street, Park Avenue, they gave a free ticket so that...
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That was my idea.
Well, thanks a lot.
Well, I'm going to claim it. I know Megan and I talked about it at one point. But no, I mean, it's just because, obviously they're kind of taking over the park for a month, and, it was great to see her do that, and, it's been a great thing all the way around the horn.
Well, I like to be out there when they have the big bicycle race, too.
Oh, the Criterium?
Yeah.
Is that Memorial Day weekend? Labor Day weekend?
Labor.
No, it's Memorial Day, isn't it? We'll have to check with Harper.
Memorial Day.
Yeah,
it's in June.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We just have no idea what we're doing. We're just yapping and hopefully entertaining you folks. But the Muskies lead 65-21. Is this the first time you've seen the girls here at home?
No. There was a time when I did both boys and girls. And that was the year that... or
Avery Schroeder?
One of those years they won the state tournament.
89?
Yeah.
Yep. That would have been with like Jenny Knoll?
Yes.
Yep. And actually, it was really cool. Wyatt goes to Awana's, and the first night we're standing in the little entryway, and who's standing there? Jenny Knoll.
Yeah.
1989 softball, basketball state champions. And, her son at the time was playing linebacker. Is he a linebacker for the Muskies?
Yeah, I think he was.
I'm pretty sure it was either linebacker or defensive line. And so, we just got to have this cool conversation, and she's talking about it, and she's like, well, the Muskies need to, we'd like to see them get back to, like prominence. And I go, like 1989, right? And she just grins, like, well, no, I just mean, and I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, no, you earned it. You deserve it. Because I was about 10 at that time, and I remember, that was like just after like Sarah Anderson and some of that whole crew. I remember we had, this is going to age us, they had like those dare cards.
Right. Right.
And I remember having Jenny's dare card, and that was cool. So, I hope these guys today get maybe something a little bit like that out of watching these, or,
one name that I really enjoyed watching was
is that
Joe Wieskamp's dad.
Steve?
Yeah. And that's where I got...
Those foul on number 10, Kensley Paul.
That's where I got to say, basket by Wieskamp. I think I've said that 1,000 times.
Probably. You'll get a kick out of this. So a couple of games ago, before the JV game, I was down talking with Cruz, the assistant coach, and a couple of the girls were down there shooting around, and one of them had like a little bit of a chicken wing in her elbow and stuff, and so I kind of adjusted her a little bit, and she was razzing me a little bit, and so I'm standing down in the court, and I said, you know what, you can talk smack to me as soon as you have more varsity points on this court than I have. And she looked at me, and she's like, like impressed and like thinking this is something. And I don't say anything, and I walk away, and I go over to Cruz, and I tell him, he's like, well, how many? I'm like, none. I didn't play. Like, I was doing the stats. I'm like, so all she's got to do is score one, and she's got more than I do. But that was it's great. I'll be honest. I really enjoy being able to come back and do this because there's so many of us. Like, on the court tonight, you've got from my class, Sam Paul's daughter, Kensley. Who else is out there? I mean, but there's a whole bunch of like this next generation floating around the school now, and so it's cool to Wyatt's basketball team has for coaches Chris Nienhaus, Nate Randleman, and Clay Dillon.
You bet.
And so Paul calls on the jump ball. We've got Haig, Elsie. Who else is in there? And Ron did make a good point. It is actually kind of hard for us to see because they put up the senior banners. So we can't see quite as well as normal. But Muskie's lead 68-25 with 4:47 left in the fourth. Let's see. Oh, we've got a Los in there. Lincoln comes in. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but Coach Jones getting all of the girls in, getting some varsity playing time, which is tremendous. Haig with the runner. Nope. And Haig actually got to sit in with us on the mic at the wrestling meet last night.
I think I did over 700 basketball games.
You're kidding.
No.
Now, see, I would not have thought you could count that high.
That's,
Did Charlie keep track of that for you?
Well, all you have to do is, you haven't figured this out yet, but all you have to do is take the number of games that they play, usually 18 or 19
a year,
maybe 20.
Are you going to say multiply?
And then multiply. So anyway, and I started the boys or the football games when we were out at Heinz Field.
Oh, right.
And when the game was about over, I would say, now, on your way out, don't run over anybody tonight. Because
that is a blatantly clear instruction.
Oh, yes. Yeah, because you would have cars coming out of that place. You'd have kids running across park.
Park Drive. Park
it
Avenue.
was
So
just crazy.
We should probably, Heinz Field has been gone now for, I don't even know how long. I mean, I remember playing on it on like 8th grade soccer with like Osama Shahade as my coach, and that was like some of the last stuff. So I mean, it's probably been 3 years. So Heinz Field was on Park Avenue, just like towards the downtown side of Clay Street, where MCC is, and the new McAvoy Center, and like that big field area. There was a full field, grandstand, the whole 9 yards, and that's where they played originally. So, well, holy cow, we got 2 minutes left. Muskies lead 68-27.
I think they've got it well done.
Yeah, Coach Jones has done, and we've talked about this several times, they've definitely moved to a more up-tempo, fast-paced, fast-break sort of team structure, and it's really enjoyable to watch. Kind of like the exact opposite of those old PV teams that, like, just ran the clock, and they'd shoot, like, 3 times a quarter.
Yeah.
So you got big plans for the rest of the weekend, guys?
I didn't.
Big plans for the rest of the weekend?
Yeah, I think we're going to go up to and watch a basketball game at the college that's over on, I can't think of the name of it now. It's not it's Augustana, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. They usually have a big number of high schools that are. So we're gonna go up there and watch at least 4 games.
That'll be nice. We're up in Tipton for a tournament tomorrow, 6th graders. So we'll see how that goes. Paul with the rebound. Lowe brings it up the court. And here's an interesting thing. Her name is Leonora. She goes by Leo. So you would think, on first instinct, that would be Leo's daughter. It is not. It's his niece. And that was a 3 from... I did not see who that was. I apologize. Oh, it was Caitlin Haig. Los with a steal. Looks up and gets it poked out from behind. 13 seconds. Clock still runs. Folks, obviously, once I believe it's a 25-point continuous clock. 30. What? She puts it up and off the rim before that. Well, folks, 71-27. I think the Kais is good luck. Is that how that goes?
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was an absolute blast. Absolute blast. This will be one of the highlights of my career, I will tell you that. All right, we will be back. We'll keep it on the air here. Toby and I will talk a little bit before the boys, and we will make a quick switch over to the other stream. So we'll be right back. Actually, you know what? We'll do player of the game and all that stuff. Thanks, Ron. Holy cow, guys. I apologize. I know we didn't call a lot of that game, but, man, that was
So what do you think? Did you you look like you were having fun.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I mean, Ron is a legend, and, you just cannot pass on the opportunity to have that guy on the mic.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Ron.
It looked like you were having a good time.
Well, hang on one second. We're going to get this.
My sister. She was also my best friend. We grew up doing mostly everything together, including sports, everyday activities, and even hanging out with each other. We had nothing to do except watch a movie and talk. Makes me realize that all we really needed was the presence of each other to feel at home. Knowing we had each other helped us do things we didn't think we could do on our own. I will forever cherish all the pointless arguments and deep talks we had with each other, and going back to the days where she came raiding through my closet, to me now wearing her clothes in memory of her. If you know me, you know I'm not the best at remembering a lot of things. But there are some memories I remember very clearly. One time Cameron had to fill in on my softball team because we didn't have enough players. We were playing in the outfield together because that's all she knew how to do from past experience. She finally had her chance to catch a fly ball, and I mean it when I say this. It was probably one of the easiest pop flies you could imagine. But as you know, it's Cameron. I looked away for maybe 1 second, and the next thing I know, she's laying flat on the ground with her arms and legs spread out as the ball was still rolling on the ground behind her. I wasn't sure how she managed to get in that position, but it made me realize that we had one thing in common, and it was our athletic ability. I was just laughing so much to the point I forgot we were in the middle of a game. She never failed at making me laugh with her uncoordinated self, and it was always the best making TikToks with her to get a smile out of me just by the way she was dancing. I remember Tinley and Aubrey would come over most every single weekend along with Connor, and when they were all over, it seemed like there were no problems, no stress, and especially no worries. The house was always loud and filled with so much joy. We could have fun just by sitting and gossiping about the stupidest things, and also by just picking on Connor. Cameron shared lots of things with me, yes, gossip and whatnot, but I'm mostly talking about the role of a big sister. Cameron grew up being more of a girly girl, and once we grew up a little bit more, she taught me the basics, how to do my hair, makeup, and switch my style of clothing. I wasn't the best at those things, so it was nice having someone who would actually tell me I looked horrible after getting ready. I'm quite the sensitive person, so I took it the hard way, but in reality it helped me in the long run. I can definitely use Cameron's words of wisdom, or should I say harsh advice, with some things that had happened in my high school experience. But I always think, what would Cameron do? Because even if her decisions weren't the smartest, she always chose what was best for herself in some tough situations. Some of my closest friends knew Cameron like family and got close with her over the years as we grew up together. They helped me through so many things that Cameron would have thanked them for, considering she couldn't be here to do it herself. And I don't know what I would have done without them during those times, where all I wanted was my sister to be there with me. They continued to replace the quietness of my house with pure joy. And one of the best things Cameron did was help me gain some of the best relationships with people I never thought I would have. And I will always be grateful she chose the most caring, thoughtful, and funny people to call her friends. They don't take Cameron's place, but I now call them my biggest role models who fill the spot she left behind. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please join us in a moment of silence in honor of Cameron's son. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was a tribute to Cameron from her sister Morgan.
Really good. I mean, it was really neat to see. I mean, it really was. You know, heartwarming, moment. And just goes to show that, Muscatine may be a bigger town, but it's still small at heart. You know what I mean?
It absolutely is.
And that says a lot right there about the kids that are in this school district, period. For something that was 2 years ago, and that's huge.
They're, and I say this a lot. I say it on the Muscatine Today show. I say it anywhere I can. These kids today are amazing. I don't care what anybody says.
Right.
There's always some good and some bad, but all in all, they're great kids. And one thing we haven't had a chance to do yet, though, Toby, is we did not pick a player of the game.
I've been thinking about it, and it's going to kind of throw you who I'm thinking. I mean, I know who it should be. I mean, obviously, you probably either give it to Seaman or Zillig, but part of me wants to say, at least mention her name is Reno. I mean, she's been off. She scored 9 points tonight, made 3 threes, kind of got back in her groove a little bit, but is 9 points enough to overcome what either of those two did? You know what I mean? And that's not a knock on Mace. It's just,
but
you know
here's
what I'm
the thing.
saying?
We all know that coming back off of a shooting streak like that can be really tough.
Right.
So, you know what? I'm going to give you permission to pick this one.
Okay.
So is it Macy?
Yeah, let's give it to Macy because, and once again, she may not have been the most productive, point producer that they had. They might not have, she might not have had the most turnover,
I
assists.
get it. Yeah.
But for a girl that's been struggling.
Well, and we always talk about the player of the game isn't necessarily the one with the most points.
Right.
It isn't necessarily the one with the most steals. It's the one who's doing the things that it's going to take for the team to win.
Right.
And honestly, Macy getting back on track
was
is
huge.
Something is going to be a big thing. So
Down the road. So that was just why I went with Mace.
I absolutely, I can 100% back that one.
So, yeah, Macy, player of the game. And once again, I was ecstatic with how the girls played overall in general. That press really pestered the River Queens, and it did what it's supposed to do. They got a lot of good looks, easy looks. And, they improved to 4-1. And, nice thing to have before next week. Take 3 wins this week, add it to the, total. And,
yeah, and, I'll be honest, when I looked at that 3 games in a week, you almost have to count on losing one.
Right.
Just because it's a lot. Right. And, like they always say, like, beating a team 3 times in a season is tough. Right? And winning 3 games in 4
or 5 days.
Same sort of a thing. Like, chances are one night legs are going to be tired.
Right.
Something's going to be a little off.
Yep.
And they didn't. They stayed on point.
Yep. And I was I was extremely impressed with their everything tonight. Kudos to Clinton. That's got to be tough. I mean, 3 games. They're 0-4 now, and the girls keep going out there and fighting and trying, and kudos to them. For still having girls competing hard and doing the right things. That's hard. I mean, that's hard when you're struggling like that as a team, and for them to fight hard and do a lot of good things themselves. Good thing for, kudos to them for that. But bottom line is Muscatine was just too much for them tonight. And we'll get ready for the boys' game here.
Yeah, and the boys, let's go ahead and let's talk about the boys for a couple minutes here before we get going.
The boys.
What do you think the biggest story of the offseason for the boys was?
Losing a player.
2.
2, right. And I totally understand why.
Well, so here let's do a quick recap, and I don't want to. I definitely don't want to focus on the things we lost, because here's the thing, and by the end of this, you're going to see that they're going to be okay. But we all know that we lost Wieskamp and Hodges for various reasons, transfers and whatnot. So, 2 keys, that would have been,
huge keys
to the team, and some of the spotlight players aren't here. But if there was ever a team that could lose 2 players of that caliber, and continue on without really missing a beat, it's this one.
Right. It's going to take a couple weeks, a couple games.
Well, I mean, you've got Talon Becker, the sophomore, who got significant minutes last year as a freshman, right?
Right.
6'4" guard and moves amazingly well.
Right.
Spaces himself well. You've got,
you can go down the line. I mean,
well, let's do the Church brothers, right?
Right.
So, Sam and Ian, junior, freshman. There's no shortage of height and talent in those 2 boys.
No.
And they're great players all the way around. They're smart players. They know what to do with the ball. They know how to keep everybody involved.
Yep.
They're going to be absolutely great to watch. They play a lot of ball outside of
Muscatine.
Yep. So that's going to be great. Cade Dahlfeld has been, baseball field here. He's just this. He's almost like Mr. Automatic.
Right.
Like he's just solid.
Yep.
Like there's nothing.
He's kind of like Avery.
He is
in a way.
He is
You know what I
actually
mean?
in a way like Avery Schroeder. Just that player that you just know is going to be there. Right. Like, I
would like to see him get it going a little bit more, but that's going to come. We've had really 1.5 games, so to speak. And it's good that these younger kids are getting out here. I think they're a year away from being really special.
Yeah.
That's not taking any. That doesn't mean go punt this year. You know what I mean?
No. Well, and I think here's the thing. This year could have been a lot. I think there's a lot of where do we go next? How do we adjust? But then you take some players like a Darnell Thompson again, multi-sport athlete. We said his name a lot in football, a lot in baseball.
Yep.
You've got a lot of people with varsity experience.
Yep.
And then there's always the fun stories. And I think actually he's on your screen at the moment. Yeah, I think he was number 11, Avian Watson.
Avian Watson, yep.
Which again, if you've been watching any of the girls' games, there's been a Watson that's had her name called a lot of freshmen.
Right.
You'll never guess. They're related. Yeah.
Which is a good story. When you can have, I'm assuming siblings,
Yes.
and
well, and again, they've both played tons of basketball.
Right.
He's a junior guard, and very similar kinds of experience.
Right.
When your dad leads the youth basketball program of the community,
yep,
you're going to get plenty of action on the court, right?
And you're going to get.
Wait, hold on. Let me clarify. That I didn't mean that because of a favoritism thing.
Right.
I mean that because he played in a lot of tournaments, and he was everywhere there was a tournament, he was at, and he was on the court every time there was a practice.
So, and like I said, and he obviously, with his dad running the program, he's going to know the ins and outs of the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
as we zoom in here, folks, you'll actually see Terrence Watson and Alvaleza Watson. See if we can get their attention.
They are busy.
they're not paying attention to us. I can't imagine why.
Well, that's not right.
This is a couple, and I also want to give them a shout out. We've actually done an article on them in the paper as Pearls of Muscatine, and they run next level basketball, and they do a tremendous job. It's all volunteer.
Wow.
They run a tremendous program. The kids, God, I don't even know, 200 plus kids, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
Teams at every age. And actually, you know what? There's Taryn right there next to him.
Taryn's there.
And then just down to the bottom left above your scoreboard is the one and only Spencer Lloyd. Right. Now, those that have that 97 vintage, like I do, like we were talking about with Kaiser, was an assistant coach to Terry Youngbauer, who's been on the broadcast with us. And then you have the Kopp family right there. Holy cow, this is just...
wow.
I mean, how many more can we find in the crowd that we know?
That's insane.
This might have to be a new segment as well. And there's Jamie Boston. We have Joe Mosier. And then again, you've got Rich Hines, Lynn Hines.
Right.
Known Lynn since our moms are best friends. And...
wow.
Little anecdote, and I will get killed for this later. Okay, this is boys-girls doubleheader. There may have been a boys-girl doubleheader back in 97.
Right.
That caused somebody on this broadcast to meet his future wife, but also may have caused somebody else on the screen right now to be a little upset because there may have been a party at her house while they weren't there. But it was worth it.
Right.
Melissa is now my wife, and I'm probably going to get a text when Rich and Lynn and Kenny and Linda hear all this. I'm going to get shot.
Yeah, you're going to get
See, who else can we find? This is the great thing about having a camera that zooms in really well.
And we got the band's going tonight, obviously.
Well, there would be the Zilligs. center screen there.
I did
Eric
talk to them a little
Symphony.
bit down there.
I think Renee just waved. That's Henry and Renee Yon. And if you've watched boys basketball here, their son played for quite a while. Let's see. Who else is here? Libby Dahlfeld.
Oh, yeah, Libby.
Who else? Holy cow.
There's a lot of people here, though. Good crowd,
And
good student section.
Good student section, good crowd.
Yep. And that's nice to see. You know, it is nice to see that when we do have a good crowd and supporting the Muskies.
Dance team. Would that be Mr. Boyer? I believe? Oh, and actually, you know what? I would be remiss. Ladies and gentlemen, there is Clay Dillon, Carter Dillon, and my son.
Perfect.
Clay, I can guarantee you tomorrow at the tournament, I will get killed for this. You probably will not ever hear my voice on Discover Muscatine again.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, no, trust me. And, folks, this is what happens on boys-girls doubleheaders because there's like 15, 20 minutes in between the games, and I'm guessing you don't want to watch commercials.
Right.
I'm sure the sponsors would love it if we played 100 extra commercials.
100 extra commercials, but
we're not that guy. Oh, and there is, I believe, yes, at the bottom of your screen, we have 3. And, again, that would be Lisa Paul, Natalie McDonald, and Carrie Zorch.
Yeah. So we're about a minute 50 from
the first home boys basketball game.
First home boys basketball game. Should be a good ride for sure.
All right, folks, and as you know, we often don't play the band because we're going to get ripped by YouTube, but I'm going to try and give you just a little bit here in the background so you can get the idea of what it sounds like here in MHS Fieldhouse.
And, of course, then they stop.
Well, that would be Jeff Hyde messing with me.
So here we are getting ready for the starting lineups tonight.
So, you know, folks, as you're listening right now, you're hearing Roger Bates, who's again a sports legend in this community, talk about sportsmanship and what's expected. And what, again, you know, as Ron and I talked, like, I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised that they have to do that. Like, what kind of world do we have to live in that we have to explain to people what we need for sportsmanship?
Right.
And I'm not saying that we don't need to do it.
Right.
But what I'm saying is
the kids should know better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
and for the most part, they do.
And
you know, it's just.
Well, because I know back in our day, that Charlie Van Heck guy.
Right.
I mean, we would have regretted it. That's for sure.
Right.
So, folks, you got Coach Luke Torelli there in the purple. Are we picking up somebody? I'm all worried about picking up somebody else's audio, and Toby's over here trying to catch a clip from one of the other games.
No, it's wrestling, actually.
Oh,
the Hawks are wrestling.
Yeah, I'll say this. If this River Kings team is anything like the 6th grade River Kings team that we faced a week ago, they're going to have somebody on that team that is at least a full head taller than anybody on our team. So we need to watch out for that. I think that's how they grow them in Clinton.
Church said something earlier today that they do have a kid that's like 6'4".
Yeah.
But I don't.
According to this, they have 2, a senior and a sophomore.
Okay.
Jamarian Lewis and Marshall Johnson. 3, Isaac Kazinga. This is in a 6'3", Cade Wheatley.
Okay.
This is...
Okay.
Okay, speaking of Muskie legends, folks, another one just walked into the building. Brandon Welsh.
No way.
Is in the crowd. Yeah, he's like literally right behind us.
Brandon Welsh. Huh. That's crazy.
Welsh would be one of the ones that Kaiser would call from wherever in God's green earth Brandon was shooting from. One of the neat things Brandon was able to do was walk on up at Iowa.
Right, that's right. I do remember that, yeah.
And then he went and played. I don't remember where he went off the top of my head, but he did.
Right.
He transferred in.
So, number 2.
That's Talon Becker.
Talon Becker. Starting for the Muskies.
Ralph Hoper.
He played last year. Yep.
Darnell Thompson. As
Darnell. Yep. Ian Church, number 24.
And a 6'5" junior, number 33, Cade Doffel.
And there would be number 33, Cade Doffel. Now, if you remember, are we going to do? We are going to do another national anthem.
All right. Well, the band didn't get to play it, so maybe that's what it is. Oh, nope, we're going to have a solo.
Hannah Bettis, it sounds like.
Okay, real quick, I want to give a shout-out to Mike Church and his family. They did something really cool for the boys.
No, we are not allowed to shout out the churches.
Okay. But they did, you know, how they do it for football when they have, parent, the meals.
Yeah.
And it was cool that they stepped up and did that for these boys. And, it was neat listening to Mike talk about all the good things. It was really good for the boys. It was good for him to get to know the coaches a little bit better.
Yeah.
And
well, because you got to remember, Coach Torelli is only in his second year.
Right.
So
and
he's just gotten his feet under him.
So he said it was a really neat experience. Definitely something he wants to do again. And hopefully another parent comes along maybe so he doesn't, that's a lot of feeding.
Nah, I can handle it.
Feeding.
Man, okay, he's a manager at Hy-Vee. He's got connections.
But, they had pulled pork.
They have like food by the pallet out there. I know. We watched like hundreds of them be loaded up onto a trailer all week.
But it was fun. I mean, he said it was fun, and it was a good experience for him. So, and the kids liked it really well. So,
and I have to disclose that Mike is my wife's cousin. So,
of course, the Muskies get the jump there. That's a nice sign. Inside, Dahlfeld gets blocked. Looked like he was going to go right to the hoop there. Out. Moving the ball around nice. Possible three for Becker. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, Becker caught the back of the rim there. Good look. It was a really good look. Just couldn't get it to fall. Looks like Dahlfeld's gotten bigger.
I was actually just kind of thinking the same thing.
Three on the other end for Clinton. Ooh. Moving the ball around really good. Clinton here in a man. Looks like kind of
a help.
Kind of a 2-3, maybe a man help. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Because it's not really a 2-3, but it's not really a man either,
I'm not quite sure what they were doing.
Yeah.
Was it like a box and one maybe?
It may be, yeah.
I wasn't able to quite tell. I was busy trying to watch Church post up and see how that was going to go.
Good denying there. Good, nice backdoor cut.
Nice.
But
so a couple things to notice there that the boys were doing very well. Did you notice as the players they were guarding were flashing and they were following them through the lane?
Right.
They were putting their hands up and down to just increase their size and just the random chance of
that a ball would get right.
And Darnell almost had one hit his hand.
Right. And he does make the first of two to give the River Kings a 4-0 lead right now. Second one up and good. Dahlfeld up at the top. It's over to Harper.
Whoa.
Another no foul there. Good job. Way to not give up on it. Drives
Thompson
in
all the way in.
That's really good. Nice
and
stuff
that's
there.
one thing. That is what you'll come to expect from Darnell.
Yeah, and they did get a kick there, but that was nice.
On the football field, it was the same electric. You were like just waiting for him to pop something.
Right.
He had an interception towards the end of the season that was just off the charts. I'm going to call it a Charles Woodson-esque.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's for all the Hawkeye fans out there.
Yep. They're everywhere. You got to remember what state you're in.
Great job by Church on the boards.
Yes. Ooh, a little bit overthrown there by Tucker.
Yeah, I'm
Becker.
in the state where they root for the Big Ten team that's got the best chance to do the best at the end of the season.
Yep.
So they're all saying go blue, right?
Right. I am. I want them to beat Nick Saban. Anybody
who doesn't want Michigan to beat Nick Saban? I mean, besides Nick Saban.
Besides Nick Saban.
And I'm sure I'm going to hear about that one too.
Yep, and we do got a charge. Nice defense there. Church getting ready to inbound. Becker bringing it up. Over to Harper. Back to Dahlfeld. Possible 3. Wow.
Darnell with a Euro step that didn't quite go where he wanted to.
Well, but the thing of it was, it looked like to me that, you could have called a foul in there. I mean, he was getting banged on pretty good.
It's one of those things, and I've had this conversation I don't know how many times. It's always tough for referees to call a foul when it doesn't look like you're under control.
Right. And there goes
Becker off to the – and
wow.
He was looking to attack the rim. There is no question. And there will be several Muskies, folks, as you see breakaways, you will see them looking to attack the rim.
And that's very – it just shows the athletic ability of these boys.
Yeah.
Good look to Harper. That's just 2. In and out. Looked like that one was going to go, but didn't go.
If you were watching last season, Mr. Church may have had the most amazing technical foul ever.
Yes.
When he went up, I don't remember exactly. I think he went up for a layup.
Right.
I don't remember, but the ball came flying out. He grabs onto the rim, holds it.
Right.
His other hand goes up, catches the ball as it's bouncing off the rim, and he dunks it. And just because he was hanging on the rim, they gave him a technical. I mean, talk about nitpicky, right?
Exactly.
Cross court to Becker.
Who drives in.
Great job.
Great job fighting through the body there.
Well, and great job controlling himself not to go too far forward.
And pick up a foul.
Correct.
Oh, pick and roll there.
Great rebound by Thompson.
And we do have a foul. Dolphel was getting ready to go to the hoop and picks up the foul.
So, folks, this is our first chance at seeing the Muskie boys.
Yep.
So, as is tradition, we're going to have to work on nicknames throughout.
Yes.
Throughout the first couple of games here. So, bear with us as we try some out.
Right.
We don't always get it the first time.
Yeah, I definitely don't get it the first time. It's. The boys are going to be a little bit harder, I think, to get away with some stuff, but than the girls are. But good flash there by Church. Possible 3. Oh, a little bit long. Great rebound.
Right back up.
Nice work right there by number 23, Sam Church. He misses the 3, doesn't give up on it, and rebound by Dolphel, and then Dolphel misses one, and he's right there. Nice job, Becker. Way to step in front of that pass.
And remember, folks, Sam's a freshman.
Yep.
He plays a lot of AAU ball, a lot of high-profile stuff. So you've got a pretty deep bench here wherein you've got
good steal.
Thompson.
And the foul. Oh, I was hoping to get the N1 there, but Thompson with a great steal and hustle to take it to the hoop. Just
one thing I do like about the way Torelli is taking this team, again, is a little bit more of an up-pace attacking sort of a concept. His predecessor, it was definitely not that. It was definitely I don't want to say PV-esque, but I mean it was definitely let's call it a deliberate style.
And that's the thing. I mean but when you had that one player, it helped a little bit too.
This was after.
Oh, this was after.
This was
okay,
after,
all right.
Yeah. And I think we've had some athletes go through,
right.
And I think, that style doesn't always.
No, not when you got this many athletes.
No, and, even when you go back to like Jan and, some of the others.
Right.
There's plenty of athleticism to be able to run and gun.
Right. Oh, Church just missing.
They are. It feels like there is a very odd combination of letting them play and calling it tight going on.
Right. Yeah, because Church got undercut there pretty good, and no call, and then they call a foul on Sam, and because I don't want to go Church and Church, what I mean?
No, it's
and then they call a one on Sam where he's just going for a loose ball. And so it's kind of weird but. A 7-6 game here, and with about 2 minutes left, a little bit over 2 minutes left. Yep, they're going to call that. Do I agree with it? Maybe not, but they're going to call that every time. He had his head down, and
that's it's interesting. That's the first thing you say. It's that control function. Like if you're looking up,
yep,
you look like you're under control. You
right.
don't look like you're trying to plow into somebody.
Yeah, and. And that was why, I think that's what sold the charge. Really good acting. That's an illegal screen.
Looks like they got a charge, but yeah.
Well, I would have said illegal screen, but I think that's what it will. Yeah, but he called a charge. Huh. Okay. So. There's 5.
No, well, I think that was just the girls' side that they made that change.
Right.
I was actually just about to say that.
Dahlfeld inside. Going up and getting hacked on the way. That's a travel. Yep. I mean, and that's one of those deals where you feel for the kid because there's nothing he can do. He had the ball and he was sliding, and it's just nothing he could do there, and fortunately it worked out for the Muskies. Dahlfeld looking into Church. Takes it up off the glass. Dahlfeld with the board for 2.
Muskies take their first lead at home this season.
Thompson playing some really good defense, pestering him. I like what I see there, where he's pressuring him and making him work really hard. Inside, he got away with the travel.
And maybe some flailing elbows, but it's all good.
It's all good. It's part of the game, I mean, Church to Church for 3. Ooh, just a little bit long. Good block by Dahlfeld. And Thompson trying to pick it up.
What do we?
And gets a foul
on
number 12 of the River Kings. That would be Coleman. So
it must be the sixth foul
for the boys.
Sixth foul puts them in.
Going to the line for 2. Chance to extend the lead here for the Muskies. Nady does make the first. And does get the roll on the second one to extend the lead.
Interesting tidbit about the Church family. The great uncles.
Oh, that was beautiful block. That was a beautiful block. Oh, wow. Wow.
Might need to go to the replay on that one.
What more do you need him to do in that situation? I mean, he was, wow. Wow. That's his second foul. No, that's his first. Okay, that's his first. Okay. Torelli asking a couple questions there.
I assume he's asking, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Did you have your eyes open?
Yeah.
Actually, knowing Luke, he's probably not saying that. He's probably way more polite and diplomatic than I would ever be.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. There's just no way.
Again, another one of the reasons why I am not a basketball coach.
Exactly. We got a substitution coming in here. Number 11 will be Watson. Ooh, off the side. Watson coming in for Becker. There you go. You know, and as a freshman, you know, in front of your first home freshman game, I'm sure he's got the jitters a little bit too. You know, I mean, it's his first home game. So I'd be kind of curious to how he handles everything as the night goes. That, you know, if he gets more comfortable as the night goes, because he's going to be, you know, a special basketball player for sure.
Some might say he already is.
Yes, some might. Church. Ooh. Backdoor cut just a little bit too long. Now we're going to a little bit of a press here. Good little body check there by Watson. I like it. Forcing him down to the left side. And he trips up a little bit there. Good defense there by Watson. I like it. 3 up the rim. Rebound, Church. Up ahead to Church, or Dalfeld. Did get, yep. As long as if he doesn't throw his elbow, then he's fine. But he kind of threw his elbow a little bit, and they're going to call it every time. You know, and it's one of those deals where
it just is what it is.
It is what it is. You know, you can, you know, you feel for the kid, but because he was just trying to get some separation. But the minute it's kind of like pass interference, you know, you extend.
Yep.
You know, it's just going to happen. You know, and that's what they're going to call every time. Travel by the Muskie or the River Kings. Giving the ball back to the Muskies. Becker back in. Right now we got Becker, Church, Thompson, Church, and Watson, correct? Nice.
Yes, that looks correct.
Good look inside, just a little bit too strong. Muskie's still holding on to an 11-10 lead with point. No foul. Please, no foul. That will be the end of the first quarter with the Muskies leading 11-10.
We'll take a quick break and be right back.
As a seasoned 30-year MPW employee, I can tell you we do the right things the right way. Our Powering the Future plan is just the latest example. It allows us to transition away from coal-fired generation and increase sustainable energy sources while maintaining the reliability you've come to expect. It's a historic transition that positions our community for progress. I believe in MPW's plan and am enthusiastic to be a part of it. I am Doug White, and I am MPW.
When water service lines get damaged, customers often call us first. Remember, MPW is responsible for the water main. The water service line from the main to your home belongs to you. Damage is usually unexpected, and repairs can cost thousands. So don't wait until a problem occurs. Be prepared. Check your homeowner's policy and see if it's covered. If not, third-party protection plans are available for water and sewer. MPW also offers the utility loan program with 0% interest, and that may help. Learn more at mpw.org.
And we're back, folks, here. Clinton will get the ball to start the second quarter. Muskie's up by 1, 11-10.
So as I was about to say, interesting tidbit about the Church family. The great-uncles, I mean, I guess they're great-uncles, brothers, whatever you want to call them, were huge contributors to the Booster Club over the years, running a lot of it, and Great River Days for quite a while. Harry, Al, Frank, I don't know which ones of them all worked on. I assume they all did. But
interesting. That's not good little...
Dave. I think I forgot Dave.
Possible 3. Good little tip there by Church, but not quite. He tried to tip it to Watson and went the other way, you know. Dead ball, dead ball, dead ball. Oh, come on. Oh. They were both standing straight up. You know.
So that's Ian's second.
Right.
I think this is one of those points where you've got to be aware of how they're calling it.
Right.
And as tempting as it is to go after that,
right,
that's when you might have to just this
say,
game.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Possible three. Oh, off the back of the rim. Good rebound. Up off the side. Another good rebound. Crashing the boards hard there. Doing a lot of good things. Steal by Church on the other side. Nice job up to Thompson.
That was Harper.
Or Harper, I'm sorry. Possible three off the back of the rim again. They'll
Watson
start falling.
Picking them up at about 3/4 court.
Yeah, they'll start falling, guys. Don't worry about it. And we're gonna call it ticky-tack. Hand check foul.
And that's the tough thing. When you watch guards play defense, hands are
a monster importance.
Well, and you want to teach them to use their forearms, right? But is there a kid on the planet that wants to use their forearm? No. Why? Because the hand's easier.
Right, and you can you can
move it faster.
Hand. Yeah, than a forearm. So,
but it's also the thing that is going to be a dead giveaway every time.
Every time. Nice three there for the River Kings. So 15-11 lead here for the River Kings. Hopper out to Watson, to Becker, into Church, back out to Becker, cross court to Church, and a couple fouls there.
I think they're only going to get one called on them.
Yeah. Body foul, that's team's second for the River Kings. And actually, that foul in that situation right there, I don't. If I'm Clinton, I don't mind that.
I don't, because
because to me that was going to be an easy two. He had a good position there to score two.
Yeah, except for he did have some help there.
Yep.
And again, I do like this.
Ooh.
Rebound and back up by number 12.
Yeah.
Becker with the rebound. I do like this this look from the Muskies of picking the offense up early.
Dahlfeld with the travel.
And just making them think and work the entire way up and down the court.
Yes. So 15-11 here with 5 minutes left. A little bit over 5 minutes.
Nate Lukanen checks in. Sophomore guard.
Called timeout for the Clinton. 30-second timeout. We had this conversation before. What's the difference?
30 seconds, but why?
What are you going to do in 30 seconds?
Versus a full timeout versus and I get the concept is to just have a quick clock stopper, but what's it?
Yeah.
Does that extra 30 seconds really add to the overall length of the game?
No.
For those of you that are wondering what the heck we're talking about, Tuesday night game?
Yeah.
There was some discrepancy on whether a full timeout was taken, a 30-second timeout, how many were left, and there was a debate for what felt like 25 minutes.
It was a while.
It was probably 2 minutes, but again, why make a distinction?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're TV timeouts.
Right.
It's not like, pop a 30-second commercial up. They don't in high school pay any attention to broadcast when they make the rules.
We had
Probably because we are one of the few that broadcast the way we do.
Right. There's a ton of radio shows out there, but nothing live. I mean, that I know of that's streamed live.
Well, I mean, there are some that are like the automated systems and things like that, but I don't, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't really know of too many other places that do it with the full media.
Possible three. Great
Church.
Rebound. Oh.
Ooh, Church is going to have to be careful going over the back.
Right.
Because there was probably two that could have been called there if they wanted to.
Three on the corner. Good rebound by Church. Oh, right to Becker, who lays it in, and we got a blocking foul. I thought that was going to fall. He kind of hung there for a while. That was kind of pretty.
You know, Talon's actually an interesting story. He chose to come play here in Muscatine.
Yes.
You know, his family is from outside of the school district, and, you know, they looked at the facilities, looked at the school, looked at the programs, and, you know, between the team, you know, because he played with a lot of the kids for a long time.
And that was good for him. You know,
yeah.
I think.
And it says something about what Muscatine is working on.
Right.
You know, and that people are seeing it, and people see value in things like the Van Heck Center.
Nice steal from behind,
From
up
Becker
ahead.
to Church.
And that's got to be a foul on them. Yep. Just can't get it to fall, but he will go to the line for two.
If we would have gotten half of these to fall,
man.
we'd be up by 14.
Yeah. It's just they're not falling for us. First one does fall for Church. Second one up and good. Does have a pretty shot. Good defense. Way to fight over the picks, screens, whatever you want to call them. Oh, come on. He put his head down. Put his head down.
You know, I will say they did a good job there of, like, just sort of taking it without – it would have been really easy to just fight back on that one.
Right. And he does step out of bounds. I'm actually kind of glad that he did step out of bounds in that
Yeah, because otherwise they would have been –
fast break in there.
Yep.
So, I mean, that actually worked out for us there. Ooh!
Great job by Thompson.
Oh, almost got it.
I would say he totally got her.
Yeah.
He absolutely creamed the poor cheerleader.
Poor cheerleader.
But he did check on her, though.
Yeah, he did. Oh, baseball throw down the court. Nice.
Now, I'm not sure that if I'm the Clinton coach, I'm going to be thrilled with that.
No.
Because there were two guys down there.
Right.
Even if he is taller, even if he does catch it, you haven't accomplished anything because it's 1-on-2.
Right.
And it's, I mean, I suppose from the idea of, like, making him play and protect it and think he'll do it.
Go
Church
all
to
the
the
way.
hole.
All the way. Fall. Gosh darn it. 3:10 left. Chance here to pull within one if he makes both of them. Just can't get anything to fall. And he does get the first one to fall.
And, folks, as we start coming into halftime, there will be a Muskie I'm assuming that Palm is performing. The dance team is performing because Maddie and Nikki Sands are down there and their girls are all prepared. So we'll remind you that we will do our best to show everything that they do. We will unfortunately not be able to have the music that goes with it because of copyright infringement concerns by YouTube and Facebook. They'll cut the stream and we'll all go black and it'll be the end of the world. So we will do our best to show you everything the girls are doing and enjoy as much of it as we can without getting booted off the street.
Come on, we got stepped on the out-of-bounds line there. Good job by Dahlfeld. Good. I mean, there's a lot of boys crashing hard. They're just out of their reach on those rebounds. So chance here to tie the game or maybe take a 1-point lead with a possible 3.
Or they could take a 2-point lead on a 3 with a and 1.
Oh.
Thompson, great left-handed layup. Just, again, can't quite. We might have to talk to athletic director Mike Henson, see if we can get that rim loosened up a little bit at halftime.
Yeah, I mean.
Thompson with the breakaway.
And the foul.
There we go.
There we go. With a block. You know, and that's one of those ones where that was close. It was close. But, you know, I could have seen that going either way. But
you know, and I think that's one of those points where, you know, the defender's always at the disadvantage when it comes to those. You know, it's like tie goes to a runner concept.
Right.
You know, if it's a tie, chances are it's going to be a block.
Yep.
It's not going to be a charge.
So the press here again by the Muskies.
Just a nice little, you know, I call these like the annoying presses, right?
Right, yep.
You're not really like trying to force a turnover immediately. You're just trying to annoy the crap out of them.
Right.
And I was actually talking with.
Oh, good, Church. Good. Up ahead.
Becker, here's going to be one.
And there it is. With a slam and a timeout taken by the River Kings for the Muskies to take a 20-17 lead.
That will be the. That is probably what will hopefully be the first of many of those this season.
Yeah, that was nice. He had a nice breakaway there, and good
nice clean
outlet pass there, clean pass up ahead, and booyah.
You know, interesting thing is I look across at the band, I don't see Jeff Hyde.
Ooh.
Yeah. The one thing I will say, and I love the band, this is not a complaint, folks, but we've moved to the other side of the court.
Right.
In part because the band is so loud when we're on the other side, which is
right.
good. Like,
Which is
again,
a good
this
thing.
is a good thing.
That's what they're supposed to be.
But for us,
it's
like we couldn't hear each other in our headsets, on our microphones.
It was
with
brutal.
them playing. Like, we're just like trying to lip read, and we're literally a foot and a half apart. And it is a little easier to kind of hear ourselves think a little bit, but
and ooh, help. Good way to get back. Hustle back. Ooh.
Steal.
Slow down. I don't know if I would have.
And, you know, this is the interesting thing about watching Darnell across all the sports he plays. The kid is just...
He's explosive.
It's an exciting explosive, and it's almost... He, like, teeters this line of control and out of control, but it's the beautiful kind of out of control.
Right.
Right? Like, it's not like out of control, wild, crazy. It's out of control, frantic, fast, moving.
Right.
And you can tell it's almost like it's like Matrixy where he's moving. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
We have Thompson's nickname.
Yep.
He's Neo.
Neo. There it is. We got one. I like that.
And that one's going to stick.
Yeah, that one will stick. Give you credit for that one.
Whoa.
Oh, good acting job there by Neil.
He tried.
He tried.
He tried.
Yep, he tried.
And did you notice that looked like the bullet thing where he laid back? He tried.
Yeah, he tried. I like it. So that would be his second foul. The team has 3 now. Clinging to a 3-point lead here. Hopper in. So we're looking at Hopper.
Let's see. You've got
Church,
Becker, and McKiernan.
How do you say that? McKiernan?
Close enough for the moment.
Okay, all right.
Because I couldn't quite hear what you said, but yes.
Good block. And it's out of – whoa!
I'm not quite sure if they know that that's how that works, but we'll –
okay.
We'll go along for the ride.
Yeah, because, I mean, he was okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Referees are always right.
Yep. Inside. They got to call that on Becker, don't they? Yep, 2. Yep. Chance for a 3-point play here to tie the game. This will be Coleman for the River Kings. Chance to tie the game with 56 seconds left on the clock right before halftime. And he does get it to fall, so we got a tie game, 20-20. Ooh, drive.
That one extra pass.
Oh. Just caught the front of the rim there.
You know, and what I like there, I think that was Becker that flipped it over to the corner.
Yes.
You know, he could have shot that.
Yes, he could have.
He was open enough. He could have shot it. But I like that one extra pass.
Exactly.
You know, as you're looking at swinging the ball across the court, oftentimes that one extra pass will get you
a really
little
good
bit
look.
Wider look.
Got a dead ball. Oh, come on. Man, it's a good thing I'm not a coach. I'd have been teed up
for
by
multiple
now.
reasons, folks. For multiple reasons.
I'd have been teed up by now. And it seems like it's just the one official. You know, the other 2 are kind of letting them play a little bit, and another one's definitely not.
Yeah, it is an interesting combination. The gentleman with the mock ponytail.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what to describe that as. We've had him as a referee before, and he, you know, generally kind of is a let him play sort of guy. Oh, number 1. Yep.
It's a reach. And we should be going to the line because that's 6.
Yep.
Oh, I thought that was their 16th foul.
Yeah,
I just don't think we put it up.
Yeah, I think the scores tables.
And that's fine. We got it under control up here. He does make the first. Taking a seat now. Church coming in, number 15. We don't have
Cole Hunts.
Oh, Hunts. That's right. Yeah, Hunts. And does rim the second one in. Three gets blocked. And Hans picks up the foul.
That's a tough one.
Yep.
Because the tough thing is with 2.1 seconds left, the last thing you want to do is give them the chance.
Chance to take the lead here.
Although, I mean, he probably would have had an easy shot at it, but.
Yep. Church takes it. Oh, he's on
Online,
target.
but short.
Just a little bit short. So we're going to head towards the half here with the Muskies tied 22-22.
We'll be back after a few moments.
As a seasoned 30-year MPW employee, I can tell you we do the right things the right way. Our Powering the Future plan is just the latest example. It allows us to transition away from coal-fired generation and increase sustainable energy sources while maintaining the reliability you've come to expect. It's a historic transition that positions our community for progress. I believe in MPW's plan and am enthusiastic to be a part of it. I am Doug White, and I am MPW.
When water service lines get damaged, customers often call us first. Remember, MPW is responsible for the water main. The water service line from the main to your home belongs to you. Damage is usually unexpected, and repairs can cost thousands. So don't wait until a problem occurs. Be prepared. Check your homeowner's policy and see if it's covered. If not, third-party protection plans are available for water and sewer. MPW also offers the utility loan program with 0% interest, and that may help. Learn more at mpw.org.
From a clogged toilet to a complete sewer line replacement, RIVO is a modern plumbing company designed to respond quickly to all shapes and sizes of plumbing needs. Bringing in our heavy equipment to replace cracked gas lines or designing clever piping systems for new construction plumbing, a family-owned company that's reliably honest and remarkably affordable. Right here in Muscatine, all day long, every day of the week. RIVO Incorporated, skill, knowledge, and tools to solve the messiest problems.
RIVO, the plumbing experts for Muscatine and surrounding areas, has moved. Our new location at 1109 Grand
As a seasoned 30-year MPW employee, I can tell you we do the right things the right way. Our Powering the Future plan is just the latest example. It allows us to transition away from coal-fired generation and increase sustainable energy sources while maintaining the reliability you've come to expect. It's a historic transition that positions our community for progress. I believe in MPW's plan and am enthusiastic to be a part of it. I am Doug White, and I am MPW.
When water service lines get damaged, customers often call us first. Remember, MPW is responsible for the water main. The water service line from the main to your home belongs to you. Damage is usually unexpected, and repairs can cost thousands. So don't wait until a problem occurs. Be prepared. Check your homeowner's policy and see if it's covered. If not, third-party protection plans are available for water and sewer. MPW also offers the utility loan program with 0% interest, and that may help. Learn more at mpw.org.
From a clogged toilet to a complete sewer line replacement, RIVO is a modern plumbing company designed to respond quickly to all shapes and sizes of plumbing needs. Bringing in our heavy equipment to replace cracked gas lines, or designing clever piping systems for new construction plumbing, a family-owned company that's reliably honest and remarkably affordable. Right here in Muscatine, all day long, every day of the week. RIVO Incorporated, skill, knowledge, and tools to solve the messiest problems.
RIVO, the plumbing experts for Muscatine and surrounding areas, has moved.
And we're back for the second half. I believe the River Kings will get the ball to start the second half. And we're at a tie game here, 22-22. I guess for me, the first half, it's as close as it is because we've had some really bad luck. I mean, the shots just haven't fallen for us. I think if those shots fall, we're looking at like an 8 or a 10-point lead right now, and they're just not falling for us, and it's just a bit of bad luck.
Oh, you were talking. I could not hear you. No. The band was doing a great job of getting everybody ready for the second half. Yeah, no, I would agree, Toby. I mean, I think
good, nice little Euro there.
So I think the nice thing is, obviously, you don't want to expect to make every basket on a foul, right?
Right.
But if you can make, a handful of them finish strong, you're absolutely right. I mean, I can think of at least 5 or 6 off the top of my head that could have easily bounced in.
Mm-hmm. And, and that's just, you'll have those nights. You know what I mean? It's just hopefully this is the only one. Hopefully they don't happen more often, but he does make the second one. Church does to make it 23-22.
And as we spoke about the Church family, I did see David and a couple of the others floating around out there.
That's good.
So, and I'm going to totally mess with him. I saw Jim Miller. And they're all going, Jim's not here. John's there. I know. Yeah, but everybody I call John, Jim, and Jim, John just to mess with them.
All the above?
Yeah. Because they think I don't know their names, but I do.
Oh, good. Oh, almost got it. Stepped in front of got him, reached on that pass and knocked it out. Almost got a steal there by Church. Nice steal. Way to step in front of that lane there by Church. Sam. Church, that is. Man. What happened there?
I'm not really sure. I mean, they blew a whistle, and I didn't catch what the sign was.
I don't know what. I mean, did he step out of. I mean, they didn't give him a foul. So he must have stepped on the line or something. I mean, that's weird. Long three, contested three. Good rebound.
Thompson with the rebound.
Good rebound there by Thompson. Neo in the church. Oh. And then we call a charge, which was probably the right call, but. Is that his third?
I believe
second.
it's his second.
Second.
His brother has 2.
Yeah, okay. Ian has 3. Okay.
Well, no, he has 2. He had 2 already.
Okay. All right. Good block. Good defense.
Was that Dolphin?
No, that was Church.
Sorry,
Sam.
folks. I don't have a great view of numbers from here.
Good. Get in there. Just a bit short. Doffelt with a big rebound. Takes it to the hole. Can't get the fall. Tucker with the board. Turnaround shot. Good. Good sequence there for the boys.
Becker did a great job of staying with it, staying focused, and getting the ball up and over the rim. Rut-row. That was a double rut-row, folks.
Yep.
I think that might be a new thing.
Rut-row.
And a double rut-row.
That was
I forgot I'm the one that's supposed to have the ball.
Well, and he was going one way and the pass went the other way a little bit, and so there's a little bit of that, but into Dolfelt, kicked back out. Over to Church, who thinks about dribbling in. Back out to Dolfelt. Moving the ball around. Church 3. Oh. But he does follow his shot.
Man, if he wouldn't have waited so long to follow it, though, he would have had it.
Yep.
And that's the tough thing. Like, players today, man, and I'm not going to say we were perfect, not that at all, but, man, they sure like watching those threes go and waiting to see what's going to happen.
Right.
You know, just assume you're not awesome.
He was in the air when he called that.
Just assume you're not awesome and that it's going to miss and go get the ball.
Go get the ball.
Because what's the worst thing that happens?
It goes in.
It goes in and you've taken 2 extra steps to the rim.
Yep.
And I will admit, folks, it is really easy to say that from up here.
Exactly.
But that's why we make the big bucks.
Little J there. Little floater. Tucker up ahead. Church for 3. And an aired pass on the other end. So we do get it back. Turnover Clinton.
Talon Becker across half court and
timeout by the Muskies. 30 seconds.
So we will not go to break on this one, folks.
25-24 game. Exciting game. A lot of back and forth. A lot of good stuff going on here.
You know what would be really exciting?
What's that? If I won the Powerball?
Well, maybe. No, if the optical character recognition on the scoreboard didn't just magically pick up an extra 10 once in a while.
So how have we made the $10,000? Have we matched it?
I forgot to cover that at halftime. Son of a gun. Yes, absolutely we did.
Good.
We filled the trailer.
Awesome.
We ended up with about, some of it you got to do a rough estimate.
Right.
But about $12,000 worth of donations.
Wow. That's awesome.
H&I came out. And again, that's why Mr. Zillig was out there today. On the little scrambly mess there. Got to learn how to make an omelet out of those.
Oh, nice. All the way, buddy. Oh, wow. Wow.
But yeah, so H&I came in, topped us off with a couple of pallets of. I don't remember what it was, to be honest. It was a lot of food.
A lot of food.
That's, yeah.
Good.
And, I will say, Hy-Vee has done a tremendous job of making life easier on the Salvation Army this year. You know, it used to be this thing where, like,
Dolphin inside, yeah. Good.
Even when businesses would come in and, you know, donate $500, $600 to buy food, they would have broken these things out, put them in bags, taken them out. It was a hot mess, and then just to get them down to the Salvation Army and unbag them.
Yep.
I guess it wouldn't be unbag them, it would just be unbag them. But, you know, this time they got a lot smarter. We pre-sold a bunch of stuff, and we were able to just bring it out by the pallet and use a forklift to toss it on the truck. And then when we get down to the Salvation Army, it's going to come out a lot easier. A lot easier for them to store.
Yep.
You name it. So
that's nice. And you know, it's such a good thing. I mean, it doesn't. It's not like it goes out of town. It stays in Muscatine.
Stays in town. You know, they do a great job of coordinating with the other food pantries when needs arise. And, you know, the thing to understand the scale of what we did this year, folks, you know, say it was, you know, 400 or 500 bags cross freezing for food, you know, that would have been about a $10,000 thing.
Right.
This ended up being about $23,000.
Wow.
Right. And the great part is, you know, obviously if we dumped $23,000 worth of food on the Salvation Army today, they'd be bursting at the seams. So it's set up so that they can go up to Riverbend, get what they need when they need it. And
that's awesome too.
You know, it basically doubles that one single donation, basically doubled their operating food budget for each month.
Wow.
Yep.
That's great to hear.
And it motivated all of us to fill the pantry to start with.
Right.
Right? So I think they're going to be sitting – I haven't had a chance to talk to Lieutenants Lucas and Macy in the last couple of days, but I've got to imagine that we're going to be sitting way better than we have in previous years.
He does
beat
get
the shark clock. He makes it off, but doesn't fall.
Nope. And that's – you know, you got to give credit to – oh, wow, Becker.
I'm going to call it again.
Another one for Becker off the great steal. Extends the lead to 4. Without sounding bad, white people aren't supposed to be able to jump like that.
Okay, hey, pay attention. Oh, amazing spin move.
And the foul.
Oh, my goodness, folks. We got a human highlight reel here.
Yep.
I will give up that nickname for him.
Human highlight reel.
For Mr. Tallenbecker.
I like it. It works.
HHR.
HHR.
And we're not talking about the old Chevy HHR, that little silly SSR wannabe thing.
Yeah.
The SSR was okay-ish.
Right.
That old old school retro sports truck thing.
Yep.
But the HHR was just a silly ripoff of a PT Cruiser.
PT Cruiser, yep.
Which is a silly thing to begin with.
Right. Possible three-point play. There we go. Kind of catching a little bit of a rhythm here. Tipped. Inside. Get a rebound. Nice, Church. Way to rip it away.
And look, the entire time, from the time he grabbed the ball, he was looking up court.
Yep. Trying to find, and that's a ton of nice cut by Thompson there. Timeout by the River Kings. And I'm guessing they're going to take a full here. Yeah, they're taking a full. We'll hang out here with a nice run here with a 34-25 lead for the Muskies. And you know, and they're showing me a lot of good things. I mean, you know, with the press, with the little cut that Thompson made there, you know, that and flash to the ball or flash to the hoop and scored, and you know, it some really neat things that they're doing out there, and I can appreciate that. So we do have a 34-25 lead. River Kings take timeout.
You know, if I'm the River Kings, I think this is the point where you've got to decide what's going to happen here.
Right.
You know, you're down by 9. Not that, of course, can you come back in the fourth quarter down 9? Of course you can.
Yes.
But you don't want to have to. Right.
Help. Or just have Thompson, have Neo go flying back and stop him.
Man, and that's, but did you see those body bumps? Holy cow, he's got to be careful with that. And his body is so articulate that when he bumps, you notice.
Oh, nice.
Great
nice.
Move.
Really good
Great
back and forth
finish
between
by
the two
Church.
brothers. I mean, you know, first the outlet, to, the ball gets to Sam, and then Sam gets it back to Ian, and then Ian gets back to,
Other way around.
Other way around, yeah. So Sam got it to, or Ian got it to Sam. Sam got it back to Ian.
There you go.
And, I mean, just some really good work there back and forth between the two of them to get the open look and the possibility of a three-point play.
We just may want to just go church to church.
Church to church. It might be easier. And he does get the shooter's roll there to make it 37-25.
Oh.
Did he get poked in the eye?
I believe so.
And so the River Kings take a 30-second timeout. Or is that an official timeout? Because he did get...
I believe it was an official's timeout.
I think that's what they do on...
I haven't seen anything pop off.
No, so I'm guessing that's an official quick timeout for that situation. But is it? It's still their ball, I'm assuming, right? I'm assuming it's still their ball.
I would assume so.
Yeah. But he does have to come out of the game, I believe.
Well, he did come out either way.
Over and back.
Oh, that was close, but accurate.
Yeah.
One thing we are going to have to work with the student section on is being more articulate.
Yeah.
Because by the time all that sound gets over here, we can't tell what they're saying.
I couldn't understand what they were saying. Then he does pick up the foul.
And I'll tell you, the student section is very sharp.
Yes.
Like, we have, I would, obviously I haven't seen a lot of other student sections, but I'm going to roll with above average to possibly excellent.
Oh, yeah. This is, for basketball, I'm going to say this is above average. I mean, and we're talking closer.
I'm going to say you could check out TikTok and
Yeah.
Muskie student section, and you can find some stuff too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would say way above average.
They have some content creators. Let's just say that.
Oh, that's perfect. Ooh, almost getting the board was Church. Easy there, Sam. It's all right, bud. Good defense up at the top there. Good pressure defense. Off Sam there. Muskie's biggest lead of the night. 37-25. If we get a stop here, that would be huge, and then go down on the other end and score. Down a minute left in the third. The foul there by Becker. It's almost like, in a situation like that, it's almost like, a guy trying to tackle a quarterback. You just can't do it, anymore. I mean, you can't even hardly tackle him anymore. And it's like you can't play defense anymore, without picking up a foul. And I mean, because he did a lot of really good things there, and top of the key, dribble penetrates and loses it there. I thought there was a reach there, but you almost came in from behind. Nice pass there. He traveled, but it didn't matter. Numbers aren't there. Set up a play here. Here we go. Thompson. Or no, that's Thompson, isn't it? Neo. Trying to make something happen out of up ahead. He does lose the ball. No, how can the guy behind the play make the call? Is what I want to know.
Just like that, you saw it.
True. But it's
actually pretty simple.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he had no clear. I mean, he had. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, there's no way he can see who was off of. It should have been made by the official closest to us, but. Oh, way to go. Oh, I thought we had one there. Outside shot, short, rebound to the Muskies. Or out of bounds, out in the Muskies will get it. Not to rebound. As out of bounds to the Muskies. Neo, great pass. Great pass inside.
Well, that was Harper, not.
Or Harper, by the way. And we pick up a travel on the other end. Great defense by Harper. Dribbling all the way in, the possible 3-point play.
Is that the Kiernan? Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was good.
I've been over in the Van Heck Center when he shoots, and I say this as a compliment. It's almost robotic.
Really?
Like it's that repetitive. Like when I was watching him, it was like a machine. It was.
Yeah, because there was a good little flick there, and it was pretty. I mean, that was a pretty free throw. And that will end the quarter with the Muskies up 42-25.
We'll take a quick break and be right back.
As a seasoned 30-year MPW employee, I can tell you we do the right things the right way. Our Powering the Future plan is just the latest example. It allows us to transition away from coal-fired generation and increase sustainable energy sources while maintaining the reliability you've come to expect. It's a historic transition that positions our community for progress. I believe in MPW's plan and am enthusiastic to be a part of it. I am Doug White, and I am MPW.
When water service lines get damaged, customers often call us first. Remember, MPW is responsible for the water main. The water service line from the main to your home belongs to you. Damage is usually unexpected, and repairs can cost thousands. So don't wait until a problem occurs. Be prepared. Check your homeowner's policy and see if it's covered. If not, third-party protection plans are available for water and sewer. MPW also offers the utility loan program with 0% interest, and that may help. Learn more at mpw.org.
And we're back for the fourth quarter. We are 8 minutes away from the Muskies getting their first home win with a good lead here, 42-25.
Well, they've won at home before.
Well, but this year.
It was just this season.
This year is what I mean. Okay, they're smart guy. Smart guy. But that
was the Kaiser coming out in me.
Yep, it's all good. Looks like Clinton's gone to a little bit of a zone.
Was it like 22?
Nice. Oh, how do you not get the
I believe
roll?
it was, 22 at half?
Yeah, it was 22-22.
They only scored 3 points in the third quarter.
Yes. That third quarter was
pretty brutal for Clinton.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of, they had some turnovers. They had, really no open looks, really. I mean, they were contested with a lot of shots. I mean, defense did a lot of good things there in that third quarter. I mean, a lot of good things.
Definitely. And what I like about it, if across any sport, if you see a team that can create a lead in the third quarter, you're looking at a winner.
Right.
Because, it's, I don't want to say it's easy to come out strong.
Right.
But if you can increase that lead in the third quarter after you've had a time to get used to the other team, if you can start pulling away then, it's going to be exponentially harder for them to come back.
Right.
And it's just a time remaining function.
Exactly.
But also it's a mentality. Like if you're down by 8 in the third quarter versus down by 8 in the first, yeah, of course there's time, but then that affects the mentality of how you play. Do you play more frantic? Do you maybe take a risk that you shouldn't?
Right.
And
that you normally might not.
And then what happens is if the team that's starting to take that lead can take advantage of that different mindset of their opponent, you can continue to just build and roll.
Nice drop step. Oh, too bad it didn't work for him. But, and nice. Wow, really good. Oh, man.
And is he going to make it back? Oh, he didn't.
That's just some really good stuff there by Sam.
I was just saying, that was Sam, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was just you made a great play, and and it just didn't work out for him. Nice flash there by Sam, in for 2. Now it's from Harper. Nice assist there. Help. Oh. So the guy underneath the basket doesn't call the foul. The guy on the edge calls the foul.
True.
I don't get it.
I don't know. Well, I mean, there are times, obviously, that ref can see things that the other can't. I mean, from a 360-degree perspective. But it's not generally the ideal position to be in to make that call.
So Thompson comes back in for Harper. Good. Fundamentally, right there, every single one of those guys were boxing out and then going to the ball.
Hand check?
A little hand check there.
Can we get a little hand check?
That's their second of the fourth. We're down to 5 minutes and 53 seconds left in the game. Muskie's up 44-30. Harper back in. Ian to Sam. Back into Ian. Nice little roll back. Nice. We're going to pick up a body foul there by Harper. That's a shooting. That was a shooting foul?
That's the way he's shooting.
I guess.
It's about all I can say.
Huh.
I don't know that I can say that's true, but I can say apparently it was.
Wow. I have to scratch my head on that one.
And he did, folks.
Yes, I did. Becker. To Church. To Hopper. Dribble penetrates in. Ooh. Just go up strong with that next time, Hopper. Good job by Church, almost getting the steal. And that's going to rim in. Gosh dang, man, that thing used
if that
the
was golf,
whole rim.
If that was golf, my father-in-law, who is the king of corny golf jokes, would say that was an all-around good putt.
And Thompson, nice shot nice dribble penetrate by Thompson there. Long three, baseline, rebound
right
by
into
Thompson.
Thompson's hands.
Up to Hopper, tries to lay it off the glass, but Muskies do get the ball. And see, there's one of those shots where it's like, normally do they take that three like you were saying earlier? You know, now it's kind of like they're going to have to force some stuff to happen. And it's an opportunity for the Muskies to expand that lead if, you know, we can take advantage of the opportunities here in front of us. Hopper. Church posting up inside. Really good post work there by Church. Watson in there. And I'm seeing a lot of, you know, the way he plays defense and how his sister plays defense. They're both, you know, pesky, you know,
right?
You know, and while he just picked up a foul, you know, I'll take that. You know, I mean, because I'll guarantee you he's frustrated. You know.
Well, and again, you know, here's the thing: as long as those don't become disadvantageous, right?
Right. Oh. Does call the foul there, so it's going to be an opportunity for and one for number 12, Coleman. Down to 3:46 left in the fourth quarter. Muskies up 50-33. Off the back of the rim, rebound. What do we got, a lane violation? Lane violation by Watson. Wow. Don't see that called very often. Up for the basket and the back of the rim. And another lane violation, but this time on the River Kings. Now the River Kings picking up a press to try to make something happen here. Up ahead to Watson. Over to Thompson for two. Well, that's a way to break a press. Right there. That's the way to break a press. Give us an easy layup. Well, I shouldn't say easy, but long three does fall.
I'll say I like blah, 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 blah. Apparently 5 days of cold and a bunch of talking, and 4 broadcasts later, my tongue doesn't work anymore, folks. I apologize. What I was trying to say is I like what I'm seeing out of the Muskies in the second half.
Yes.
You know, that first half was, I'm going to call it rough, and not because they were playing rough. It was rough because just things weren't falling, and just, you know, it was rough.
Right.
It shouldn't have been.
Right.
It sure didn't look like it should have been that tight.
Yeah.
But I like how they've stayed with what their team is.
Right. And
it's paying off.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're going to go with a little bit of a press here. Nice push off there.
He's got to be careful. Man.
Can't extend his arms.
You can't extend your arms, and you can't it's almost like he bows his chest up a little bit.
Yep.
And when he does that, it looks like he's rearing into him.
Yeah.
Even though it's, a vertical contact,
right.
It's going to look like.
Exactly. So that's team's 5th foul. So they will be going to the line there. And how many is that on? Is that number 4 on him?
No, it's 3.
3?
I think. They haven't posted. I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Yeah. Second free throw does fall. Oh, come to the ball. There you go. Good way to come to the ball. A little pick from behind. And he gets it back.
Now this is where take a deep breath, guys.
Yeah, just take a deep breath.
You're up by 13. 2:53 left.
Yep.
Let's not get somebody hurt. I mean, I like the hustle and I like the aggressiveness, but let's
right.
not get crazy. Ooh. Number 11. Yeah, and here's the tough thing Watson's going to have to learn is to control that.
Yeah.
I get it's emotional.
Right.
But he's going to have to learn to control that because the refs are going to pick up on it and just hammer him.
And
I'm not saying he's wrong.
Right.
I'm not.
Right.
By no means.
But
I'm just saying.
The minute you start questioning or, showing some kind of
disagreement,
disagreement, they are gonna just
yeah.
nitpick you to death. Then it's just the way it is, and that's the hardest thing to teach a kid. And we're gonna take a timeout here for the Muskies with a 52-40 lead, 12-point lead, a little bit over 2.5 left, and Muskies are taking a timeout here to kind of regroup a little bit and settle down and hopefully hang on to this lead here and get the first home victory of the year.
You saw Joel Witchers weigh in there. Longtime Muskie teacher, coach. Fill in the blank. A little bit of
everything.
And for those of you that, speaking of Mr. Witchers, his father-in-law, Jim Serms, passed away last weekend, and we did a little tribute on the Muscatine Today show. But again, thoughts and prayers and positive remembrances of Jim to the family.
Yeah. Look at Clinton's lineup here, and a lot of 1, 2, 3, only 4 seniors. So they're kind of like the Muskies. We don't, I don't think we have a single senior starting, do we? Darnell would be a senior, yeah. Can we get a COVID year out of Darnell?
He is fun to watch, isn't it? Becker doing a great job of playing keep away, knowing that it's probably going to be coming.
Yep. But that's only the team's 4th, so at number 22, it's his 4th foul. So he's going to sit down for a little bit. I wouldn't expect him to be sitting too long with only 2 minutes left, considering I believe he was their leading scorer, or pretty close to it. So, just a little bit over 2 minutes left. I can't imagine that we got a foul on the arm there.
And, that's a tough one because that wasn't an intentional one.
No.
And those are the ones that you don't want to give up because you've already given up the time.
Right.
You don't want to give up the time and the foul, which is what just happened.
Gotta make these, bud. Make them pay. There you go. And this is what this is a way to finish the game off is, just they're going to foul, so you got to make your free throws and or miss and
or
get the
rebound. And again, those are it's a great rebound by Church, but he's so tall and his arms are so long.
Yep.
I can see a day where a ref's going to want to call that over the back.
Right.
Right? And
right.
that's
and I wouldn't, and in Church's defense, he's probably not technically over his back. It's just that he's so big
right.
and long,
yep.
and his arms are long, and it's going to get called. I'll guarantee.
And
it.
as long as he can do it cleanly.
Right. Yeah. As long as there's no contact there, he's not going to get called. But the minute there is contact, I could definitely see it being called.
And I could see them starting to want to look for it.
Right. And Sam does make the first. So we're back up to a 14-point lead. Possibly 15. That one is a nice shot. 15-point lead. Can't quite make out what the crowd's saying.
We want somebody, and I'm not quite sure.
I don't know who they called that one on.
I'm guessing it's Jagger Johnson.
Oh, Jagger Johnson. I heard Jagger. Yep, that's right. Yep. So Becker picks up his number 3. Oh, that's 4 on Thompson. Or Hopper.
No, it's 4 on
Hopper. Yeah, 4 on Hopper. And that does fall. Good pass.
Great job breaking the press.
Yep.
Quick.
Work the
quick
ball
reversals.
around. Clean. Good stuff. Thought about a 3 there. Pulled down.
Great job by Becker pulling back.
Yep. Inside the Church. And draws the foul.
And again, that's a tough one for Clinton.
Yep.
They reset the shot clock, but I believe it was down around 11
seconds.
10, 11. So, you've burned 25 seconds.
Right.
It could be a couple possessions in theory.
Yeah. So we're down to a minute 27 with a 55-43 lead. Off the side of the rim for the first one. Come on, Sam. Put the second one in here.
It's up by 12 with a minute and a half left.
13.
Pardon me, 13.
No. Nice cut around there for Clinton.
So now we are about to find out how much of a softie and how much Coach Torelli can be influenced by students.
And a foul there by number 2, Guy.
Safari standing his ground. I wonder if they're going to go thug life on him after this. If they don't get what they want, who knows? I mean, it looks like a pretty rough crowd over there.
Yeah. So,
and yes, that was a Tupac reference, folks.
Yes, Tupac.
The only high school basketball broadcast that you get those.
Yep.
Proud to say that.
Yep. Ian going to the line for 2. Nothing but net.
There's not too many shows on the air today where you can get a Lion King line quote and a Tupac Thug Life reference all in one broadcast.
Long 3, and it falls.
Nice shot.
Yeah,
very nice shot.
And a quick foul, which we got a 10-point lead with 46 seconds left. If you make these 2 free throws, I would say that's probably enough.
Well, I mean,
it would be hard. It's going to be hard now for them to
Right.
come back, but
the way that they've been shooting from 3, I wouldn't feel
right.
too concerned. But again, you never know. I mean,
you never know. Make the second one here. Yeah, he gets the shooter's roll there.
Almost got it.
Almost got a steal there.
Almost unintentionally.
Yeah. Don't pick up a foul here, though. That's the last thing we really want to do. Just play
good defense.
Air ball on the 3. Muskie ball.
Oh, we seem to have some discussions in the student section about whether that was an air ball or not.
Quick foul there by number 14. Belitz. Sorry if I butchered that, but it does make the second. 61-48 with 20 seconds left. Just don't foul. Whatever you do. Not even touched. Turned over by the River Kings with 17 seconds left. And like I said, I
think it's about time to hit victory formation.
Yep. And
just keep the ball moving.
Yep. Stalling. That's called
Muskies.
stalling. Wrestling. It's stalling.
Muskies will take
game 1 at home. So Muskies get the conference win with a nice performance tonight.
So Toby, question of the night.
I'm down to 2.
I think I have to. I gotta say, I'm voting for Talon Becker. 15 points.
Yeah.
Couple dunks, couple fast breaks.
Yep.
Was in the mix on a lot of stuff.
Yep.
What do you think?
I was leaning towards him or possibly Sam. I'll go with Becker. I mean, I get it. I was going back and forth. And
I think tonight it's Becker. I think
I
Sam,
agree.
I think he was right there.
Yep. Even Neo was there. I mean, he had a great game.
Yeah, I think here's the thing. I'm going to be honest. 2 dunks, 1 game.
Right. You ain't going to see that very often. That's
no,
done
I mean,
and over
that's
with.
Gotta,
yep.
It's got to be. That's tough.
It's got to be worth that something. And
you know, it's still only 2 points, but it's fun.
It's still fun,
especially in high school.
Yep, especially in high school.
So tonight you got Talon Becker as your
player of the game.
And folks, it has been an amazing week.
Yep.
It's been an amazing 2 weeks for Pearl City Media and Discover Muscatine. Thank you all for coming out to the stroll last week. Thank you for taking care of your community at Freezing for Food with over, I'm calling it $23,000 worth
amazing.
Of food donations into the Salvation Army Food Pantry. And 3 girls basketball games, this boys basketball game.
And a wrestling meet.
And the Muskies
didn't lose.
No.
That's amazing.
And
that's great. I shouldn't say amazing. That's great because, I mean.
Yep. So it's been an absolute blast. We're going to take the rest of the weekend off, though.
Yep.
We'll be back next week with a couple of games and, of course, the Muscatine Today show. So,
with that,
go attack the weekend with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind.
There
Thank
it
you,
is.
Coach Harbaugh.
Yep.
Have a great night,
America's
everybody.
team.